All right, thank you. And you're ready too, Tank? With us starting early, this will be a surprise for most people, but let's give them like 30 more seconds to come on and then we'll start. Nah, they're already coming on. Did you give me a thumbs up on this one?
I did.
I was wondering who did that. Oops, excuse me. Hey guys, how you doing? We'll be starting here in just a minute. Starting early on purpose. I'll explain it in a minute, okay? Alrighty, let's see. Refresh. How'd you do that? How'd that? Okay. Boom. There it is. Okay. Set. Set. And set. I think I'm ready. You?
Yeah.
3, 2. No, wait. Speaker. 3, 2, 1, go.
The recording has started.
Greetings, family. How you doing? Welcome to another one of your FRANK26 UV-Tubies. It's good to be with you. It is the 6th of February, 2024.
March.
I said February, didn't I? I knew it. I was just testing my wife. You passed, Tink.
Okay.
You know, congratulations.
I get all the cookies.
You get what? All the cookies?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Tink, tonight can I have the largest cookie in the world?
Sure.
Okay. You know why?
Mm.
Because this might be the largest conference call in the world. I want to welcome you to KTFOs.com. We are KTFA. We keep the faith always in our Heavenly Father. And we're here to study the Iraqi dinar. Tonight your UB-Tubi is called Homeostasis. If you want, look up that word. In fact, I encourage you. When I talk about homeostasis, go ahead for me, would you? And put definition to as well, if you want to help. If not, they'll do it. But before we do anything, what do we do? What do we do, family? Before we do anything, tell me. No, I El Nika with a cross on it. That's close enough for me. Yeah, we go to God. We go to God in prayer. Positively, Mel already has homeostasis. That was quick. I'm going to need it later on, though. Before we do anything, we go to our Heavenly Father and we ask for strength. We ask for guidance. We pray to Him. We honor and glorify Him. And tonight, there's a lot to honor and glorify God about. I came on early, family, and I'll tell you after we say our prayer. Let us pray. Abba, Heavenly Father, I come to your throne room with excitement, with gratitude. With gratitude, because you're my God and you have done things that only my God can do. Thank you for blessing my family. Thank you for helping us tonight and putting this together. It sure has taken a lot of work for tonight. But you lifted me. Just like Moses, you lifted him, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the opportunity to help people. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it this long. But you have plans for each and every one of us. These blueprints that you have for each and every one of us, my blueprint, I pray, Father, that I am going about the right steps in my life. I hope that the next step is part of your plan, part of that blueprint that you put together for me, for I want no other path. Every path that I've taken on my own, Father, has only led me to sin. I know that. You know that. But now I actually seek you. I don't seek the pleasure. in life. I don't seek the joy. I don't seek the things I used to before, the materialistic things, the pleasurable things, the drunken things. I see you constantly. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. Knowing that you're by my side, that Jesus, the blood, is all, the DNA of your son's blood is in mine. There's no way that Satan would get near me. No. And I pray that those that are with us would understand this concept. That if they talk to you, if they walk with you, if they believe in your son, your son will take them to you. Your son will take them to you. It is my desire that we can teach this, Papa. But for now, it is my desire that I can teach about this investment of ours in a proper manner, in a way that would be pleasing to you and to those that are with us tonight. And Father, there are many walks among us. There are many, many crosses that people carry among us. I pray for each and every one of them, from the person that is joyful to the person that is sad and lonely and scared. I pray for them all. I pray for Israel because you asked us to, and because I want to. I pray for the United States of America because it's my home and it's being destroyed. I never thought I would see something like this. It takes me back to the days of McCarthyism. I wasn't around, but I know about it. I don't like it. And I don't think you do either. May the Holy Spirit dwell within us tonight and across this planet and throughout the whole universe. And may the whole universe know your word. For your word, when you spoke it, created the universe. It is in the precious name of your Son, Jesus, by the Spirit, that I pray for tonight, and all that are with us. Amen. 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 I don't think Andy's with us, is he? Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting a little bit early on purpose. We do have an advertiser. Every Wednesday I bring in an advertiser. They'll talk for about 15. And tonight it's the trans card. Remember the trans card? You're going to get an update on that.
It's called Finmore now.
Excusez-moi. It's called what?
Finmore, like finance more.
Finmore.
Finmore.
Finmore card.
Finmore.
Oh, okay. What do I know? I just work here. But we'll have them come on. Now, let's get started because I don't want to waste too much more time. I got some powerful bank stories tonight. You see, bank stories, in my opinion, give us a taste of the flavor that we're not getting just with salt and pepper. It gives us information. I think I have 5 of them for you tonight because they cover subjects. They're from Chase Bank. They're from Citibank. They're from Wells Fargo. They're from all over the place. Now, I would also listen very carefully to the comments that are made because it's educational. You're going to learn some more things, and you're going to hear some validations as well, too. So let us start with the first one tonight. Let's see which one we have lined up here. Oh, and this battery might run out. If it does, then it's okay. I got another battery. Alrighty, so please, family, kick back, relax, and focus on these bank stories because I selected them for you.
Can't do them anymore. But my brother, you got apparently something wonderful happened to you. Oh. Now, here's what we do. First of all, what state are you in?
Yep.
What state?
Oh, I'm in Florida.
Florida. The name of the bank?
Chase.
Do not see name.
Yes, sir.
Oh. What happened? What happened?
All I did, Frank, is this is 30 minutes ago, and I had trouble driving home.
You're shaking.
16 years.
The same with me, but no, longer. I thought mine in
You know, it's so I went in. I called. Okay, I called off work today, which I never do, ever. So shame on me. I had to go somewhere and pick something up, and on the way back, I saw there was a Chase Bank. It's a private client Chase Bank. And I know.
Yes.
What else?
The fact that you just said private client, that is a big thing you're looking for. You either were looking for the right thing or God took you to the right thing. What happened?
So I just traded in a vehicle and it's paid in full, but it was still not allowing me to erase the account. So I just went in there and I said, hey, can you guys please help me with this? I don't want to be charged, it's a headache. I said, yeah, absolutely. They took care of it. While I was sitting in front of the private client banker, his name is Brian Bohm. Okay, it was in Tampa, Florida. I said, oh, listen.
Refresh.
I'm very excited. I know that you guys are invested in the world, and I know that you're invested in the Middle East. Matter of fact, you guys are in the process of opening up banks in Iraq and possibly other Middle Eastern countries. And I don't know if you know, but right now on the back screens of Forex Live of the private sector, it seems to me like Iraq has been having their own float starting at like $1 something, and yesterday closing at $2.81. This is not normal. And he looks at me. His eyeballs are huge. He's like, oh, well, I kind of know what you're talking about, but I really don't know what to say. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
I'm like, what do you mean? Here, please, David. Please, just stay here. I have someone that can maybe shed some light on this.
Yeah, you see the banks, like I told everybody, the banks are updated in this past week. Everyone pins and needles because all they're waiting for is just the release of the new exchange rate. So he realizes that, you have foreign currency. Did he know that it was the dinar at that time?
He knew.
Okay.
He knew.
And that's why he panicked, because he didn't really know how to answer your question, because this material is so brand new to him. So he went to go get somebody above him, and he brought him in, and what happened?
Okay, but the individual that he went to go get was the vice president of investments for advisor.
Okay.
Yeah. So, his name is Kevin S.
Hush.
Continue, and then? No names.
So the individual.
I know you're excited.
I'm so, and I knew that you'd probably want to hear this. So
I can tell in your voice, you're trembling. You're even
my phone is shaking. So I go, hello, sir. He goes, hey, how are you? I heard that you have some currencies. And I go, I do. I'm invested with the IQD. He goes, hey. He goes, I'm a trillionaire. I go,
what?
I go, really? I go, wait a minute. I go, so you must have Zim. He goes, yes, I do. So he had currencies of his own.
Are you kidding me? He told you this?
So, I'm sorry?
He actually told you this?
Yes.
Okay, continue. What happened?
I go, okay. I go, well, here's what's going on. I've held on to this currency for a long time, and I go, I feel really, really sad because, the individual that told me this, that sat up high, information was from the Pentagon. So my information came from sources that were very secure. Okay. Passed away in 2023. So does not get to be able to enjoy. Because of him, I'm gonna be okay, and other people are gonna be okay. His family that he left behind, but he's never gonna have the chance to participate in the festivities and the helping and everything else.
When I went through my cancer, I talked to God and I said, Heavenly Father, am I to be like Moses? I've led the people for all the years, and will I see the promised land? And by George, he eradicated my cancer. I get to walk on the promise. Actually, I'm standing on the promised land right now. Continue. So what happened? They come in, and he says, I got Zen. I'm a trillionaire, whatever. Continue.
Just break the ice, and he goes, okay, so, he's like, well, how much do you have? And I tell him how much he has. Like, okay, wow. That's quite a bit. And I said, cool. Well,
dinar. Wait a minute. You told him how many dinars you have?
Yes.
Oh, this is getting better. And he realized, you got great.
Eyeballs. He looked at me.
Yeah, you got
It was a lottery ticket.
potential. Yeah, he looked at you like a shark looking at a little fish. Oh, buddy.
And he starts talking to me about all sorts of stuff. But what's interesting, he goes, when it happens, and I know it's going to be happening soon.
Yes.
Before I get any further, I mentioned to him, and it's where he knew too, about the trading on the Forex Live.
Good.
Yeah, he goes, I know, I'm very aware. He goes, you know what, sir? This isn't something that you're going to be able to come in here.
Right, correct.
This happened.
Right.
Okay. I go, well, I was instructed by people, that educate us.
I was educated by Bozo 26.
I love him. God love him. And his eating manner.
Yeah, my cookies. So, what happened?
No, I go, where was I? I apologize. I lost my
He knows it is about to happen.
He knows it's about to happen, so he goes, we can't have you come in. We're going to have you either, when this does occur, we're going to have to make arrangements and make an appointment for you to come in 4 hours or after hours, and we will have security on the premises for you.
I like that one because that one's a new one. Most of the 99% of an appointment for you with J.P. Morgan, and then J.P. will send representatives to your house with a brink truck. That's why you should have a lawyer, part of your team, waiting for them to come. But in this case, if they have security, then no problem. And get your lawyer, get your people, go when it's time, and sit down and have them introduce you to J.P. Morgan. J.P. then will exchange currency into into American dollars. And then you talk to Chase on how to diversify that. You want to do everything from trust funds to buying property, precious metals, everything to do with diversify and protect your money. So he knows what's happening. He's trying to tell you, we're going to take care of you, but you're going to be coming in a different, special, quiet way. Continue.
Correct. And I said, okay, but I go, listen, I was told about, Chicago as a headquarters, New York as a headquarters, possibly Texas as a headquarters. Right. I just don't feel comfortable if I do come in to let my money out of my sight. I don't want you to take it and go in some back office. And I go, that's not going to be acceptable. If you take the money and you leave me,
you go.
That is over.
I'm so proud of you. What do you say?
It was no. Everything would be done in front of you, and all together. Because we need to the back. We need to be doing, and then afterwards, different, areas of how to diversify and to spread your wealth and make sure that you have it for the future and for your children. We just mentioned things, that I would want to take care of, but finances, that they have a program that is 7.2%. That in 10 years you'll double your money.
That's
every
right.
10 years.
That's right. I'm surprised he told you about that already. That subject should be only talked about when you show them the evidence that you have the financial potential. But he knows it's happening, brother. He knows it's happening. He knows you're about to have a lot of money, and he wants you. He wants your business. He wants you to take good care of you. And they are talking. And they're talking now only because they now have the permission. Did I not tell everybody last week? They are telling the people in Iraq. I told Eddie, go to your bank friend. Ask him any question you want. He'll answer it. Mr. Frank, he did. But I can't read those comments on my show.
Correct.
But go ahead, continue. You were going to say more.
What I found to be the icing on the cake, I left, I'm still shaking. I know you know this, but he goes, do I have your permission to send your name to the wealth management team so I can get you going? But you need to do this.
I'm jealous. You got it. Oh, my word. I didn't even get that far.
Your story, I was laughing. I rewound it and listened to it.
You wanted to listen to me. You took our teaching. You took our teaching and you created a template and you stuck with it. You did not back down. And on top of that, God took you to the place where, and the timing, we know, but we can't tell you. But here's what we can do for you. That's what I'm here for. I know, you know, the man on the moon knows, but what I'm here for is, what can you do for me, Mr. Drysdale? I'm Mr. Clampett. Impress me. Let me see you do a song and dance routine in front of me right now. Impress me.
Yes, but he already submitted me to the
I'm jealous.
wealth management team
I'm jealous.
to get me going for
Hey,
and whatnot.
Hey, can you get me in there?
Let's go. I'll send you a picture of the guys' team.
You know, I wanted to go to Universal Studio. Maybe I will go to Florida. My intentions are really to go all over the place. I'm not going to use just one bank. So probably he knows, and he took you to as far as he could. I think he took you to, beyond that threshold. He said, "Is it okay if I send your name to the people that you're going to want to talk to pretty soon?" Yeah.
So exactly, and he did submit it, and he's like, "We'll be in touch." Thank you so much, Mr. So and So.
Did he say he'll call you?
Oh yeah. He says we'll be in touch. We'll let you know when this comes back and what the next step is, and we'll take it from there.
You're gonna get a phone call early in the morning, pretty soon.
I'm ready. I mean, all I want, Frank, all I want, honestly, it doesn't matter how much money. I'm not going to use it all or spend it all. It doesn't even matter. But just the little things, the simple things in life. I just got married in October.
Look at that.
I just want to be able to go to the store, buy groceries, pay my utilities, and not worry about how much money I'm going to
be able to help your brother and sister, and to help your brother and sister when you know there's a need.
I have a 5 and a 20, and I give the 20, and I turn around and I'm crying. Wish I could do more.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. I feel the same way too. I do too. I give him money. My wife and I, we have these little bags. It's got toothpaste, Kleenex, personal items, simple things, candy bar, and we put it all in this. We put it in this little bag. It's got the little tie on the top of string. And whenever we see these people in the corner, we don't give them money. We give them the Word of God, and we say, "Here, I hope this will help you today."
That's awesome.
Yeah, I look forward. I look forward.
I'm going to steal your idea.
I look forward to going to the grocery store and just spending the day there. Man, I know, we know the managers. You get to know people. I'll talk to them and I'll just tell them, look, today I'd like to pay for maybe 50 people for their groceries, and I'll look at the families, and if I nod my head, just tell the customer that their bill is paid for by somebody. And that's the quiet part. You don't need to boast. You don't need to brag. But you need to.
Negative attention that way. Unfortunately, it will for Christmas. They ways in Walmart. Unfortunate. And there's pay their Christmas bill, and
we're not trying to impress anybody. We're just trying to put a smile on God's face, because God said, "What do you mean? You didn't know? I was hungry. Did you feed me? No. I was thirsty. Did you give me drink? No. I was naked. No. What you didn't do to the least of anyone else, you did to me. You didn't feed me. You didn't love me. Care of me." So by doing that to his children, we're doing that to our Heavenly Father, which is extremely good.
I never knew. I never looked at it that way, Frank. But you're right. I never looked at it that way. I just want people. You know what I mean?
I'm very proud of you, because you're about to make a difference. Oh, hold on a second. Let me hear this. This is the 4th phone call since I've been talking. Let me get rid of it. Hey, Jan. Can you call her and tell her that I'll call her as soon as I can?
Okay.
Thank you.
I think this is almost over with. Yeah, this week.
Actually, I actually took a calendar and I counted the days I had left. But it turns out that God is. I'm not in control of my life.
I'm talking to him about.
They put them to go basically back. You talk to the wealth management and say, I need to go back. You talk. Homeostasis mission was to go in there and basically bombard the place. But this next mission is just go in there and open an account and ask for the wealth management card. Go home, shut up, and sit there and wait till God tells you to go back. And then when you go back, you talk to the wealth management and say, I need an LOI for whoever bank, whatever bank, because they're all different. It may not be J.P. Morgan. There are many other different investment companies that banks use. So depending on what, it'll depend on what you get. But right now, I'm just using Chase. I introduced 4 banks. I'm using that as an example. I introduced 4 banks back in 2008 when I started teaching on the internet. And those 4 banks have matured. Each one of them has done their job. BOA, Chase, Wells Fargo, Citibank, and Wells Fargo. They are all in that same chain of command. And now you got these banks that are being informed of what's going on. And I believe, in my opinion, we're also receiving these, not the ones outside of Iraq, but the ones inside of Iraq. They're receiving new machines that have the software for the lower notes. The people outside, Aki's bank does have one. Yeah, he does. Because they're being them from the Iraqi Middle Eastern people in that area. But like Chase, they don't need that software because they will not be approving it. They will not be inspecting it. They're just a middle person that sends it to the others. The others, like JP, they have the new technology, the new machines, the new software. And they are the ones that have been trained and practicing. Same thing with Iraqi citizens. And by the way, everything I'm telling you is just in my opinion. You know me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, you don't know nothing. That's fine.
I mean, not speak the English very well. Sorry.
I could not wait. I think in the last 10 years I've been 4 times. I really don't try to call you often unless it's something that.
I welcome your call anytime, brother. I welcome everybody's call, even those that curse and yell at me because.
Oh, shut up, Frank.
Not in the gesture to the point. We go to the next file and we keep moving.
Aren't you done talking, Frank? Come on, man. Here, we'll just play one more minute of this and then.
Everything I'm telling you is just my opinion. You know me.
I fast forwarded it.
Yeah, no, you don't know nothing. That's fine.
I mean, not speak the English very well. Sorry.
I could not wait. I think in the last 10 years I've called 4 times. I really don't try to call you often unless it's something that.
I welcome your call anytime, brother. I welcome everybody's call, even those that curse and yell at me because it's not them. It's not them. They were not raised by wolves. They were raised by human beings. And sadly, the demons that are in them cause them to act very diabolical. But under normal circumstances, if I met them out in the blue, if I opened the door for someone, or if I said hello to someone, it would be a friendly gesture and hi, how you doing? Unfortunately, the pressure of what we're involved in causes people to point their finger at me because they're looking for more than what I give. I don't give a date and a rate. I give the information that you need to study and understand it. If you can understand it, then we go to the next file and we keep moving. And tell you the truth, we don't have any more files. This is it.
You're filed out. I know. Now we're just simply, for my understanding, and just the thing on Forex, the Forex Live. I mean, I think my personal opinion is that they're testing, they're doing the float in the back screen to see how the money does, to make sure that when they do put it to the real side, that it's going to be successful. And they're seeing that it continuously keeps going up and up and up.
You took my UB2B from last night, and you just condensed it into Cliff Notes. That's exactly right. Very well said. Hey, I got so many calls to return since I've been on the phone with you.
I know.
I've had fun.
Cookies.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. God bless you. And look at here. You call me back if they
Be quiet. Alrighty. So when we pick up with the bank stories, because that's one, I got four more. That it wasn't that interesting. That's a lot of powerful information in that recording. So what we're going to do now, families, we're going to stop on Wednesdays. As you know, we bring in one of our advertisers, and today we're going to bring in a Fin. What was it again?
More.
What, Finmore? The Finmore card. It used to be the Transact, but it's called the Finmore card now. And we have Pastor Thomas and I believe another guest that's going to be with us. And they're going to talk for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we're going to get back to work. Now, when we get back to work, the very first thing that we're going to tackle, and I mean tackle like a 350-pound linebacker, is the chart. You know, the one that we talked about on Monday, the one that set the internet on fire, the one that everybody's talking about now. Well, I made a mistake, and I need to be humble, and I need to correct that mistake tonight so that everybody else that copied us will be able to do it properly. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring in our dear brother, Pastor Thomas. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir, I am. Good
Hey,
evening, Frank. Good evening, Jan.
good evening, brother. You take the floor, and when you're done, let me know, okay? Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for having us. Family, thanks for taking your time to take a break from what Frank and Jan are doing the presentation on, what we're all waiting on. But I wanted to bring in an update. I brought John McKillop with me. John is the gentleman that was on the very first YouTube on Wednesday, and then we brought him back on Friday. He's going to go through and explain how Transact Card, how it transformed like a beautiful, how do I say it, like a caterpillar into a beautiful butterfly, and bringing a lot more value, a lot more benefit, etc. And I don't want to talk long. I want to give John the floor. John McKillop, sir, you there?
Thomas, I'm here, and thank you very much. And Frank, it's good to see you again, my friend.
Greetings,
I know
sir.
you can't see me, but I can see your handsome face. So you're all over my screen here. So
Thank you, sir.
thank you very much for inviting me back in. I'm going to take a few minutes because we've had some significant enhancements that have taken place over the last 3 months with our company. Our company has changed from the name of Transact Card to Finmore. And our focus, the value of our company, is providing more value for people's money across America. Over about an 8-month period last year, as we rolled into December, this business model that I'm going to share with you this evening, we had over 120,000 people enroll in our program. And that many enrolled into the program because of the value proposition that I'm going to be sharing with each one of you tonight. I'm taking the position that many of you, or most of you, after a conversation with Pastor Thomas, have heard about Transact Card, which is now called Finmore, Finmore. And I'm going to give an overview on the value proposition of Finmore. I'd like to do, and with your permission, Pastor Thomas and Frank, is to be able to come back at some future point, whether it's 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and do a more formal presentation of things that are happening over the next couple of weeks. And I want to make sure that are done and completed as I come back to this group and as we continue to enhance the value proposition. So we're focused on, creating value for your money. You see, we all have this inherent desire to get more for less. None of us we want to go to places, typically, convenience is important, but also the value of our money. And we all certainly see what's going on around America today, whether it's inflation or there's too much month when the money runs out and people are trying to find ways to make ends meet. And that really rolls right into what our business model is by creating value for your money. We want to extend that same dollar that you earn. What if you could spend that same dollar twice? If I could show you a way that when you earn $1 and you go spend $1, what if I could show you how you could spend that same dollar twice? Would you have interest? So what we do is this. We have a program that literally you can use any credit card in your wallet. We have a program where you can submit your 2 Visas, 3 MasterCards, American Diners Club, as many as you want. And when you're out there in the marketplace and you use that card, any place you go, grocery store, movie theater, get your car fixed, get a haircut, we're going to give you, for every dollar that you spend like you normally do, we're going to give you what's called a Fin credit. And a Fin credit is dollar for dollar for what you spend. So, and we can track how many Fin credits you have. So you would just about that in a moment into a program you have, and all we do is we're able to track how much money did you spend on each one of those cards that month, and we're going to give you a reciprocal Fin credit. So say, for example, you go to the grocery store and you spend $150 on groceries. We're going to give you 150 Fin credits. Every time you use any one of the cards in your wallet, you're going to get a dollar for dollar Fin credit. These Fin credits accrue, and they never expire. And I'm going to share with you how you can use those Fin credits to your value, or to something that works out really well for you. Because we're about 2.5 weeks out from launching our Finmore store. This is an e-commerce site that has thousands of products in it when it launches, and it will continue to expand. But what's important here, many of those same out there in the marketplace today. What if you could buy many of those exact same brands, exact same products, but what if you could buy them for 20% less, 30% less, or more than what you're currently spending at other places? So say, for example, there is a pair of shoes that you like, that you go into the Finmore store, and it's an e-commerce site. You go into the Finmore store and you go, hey, there's that pair of Nikes that I love them. I think they're amazing. That's what I want. Because you can search through the store of all the different products and services that are there, and you come across that pair of Nikes, and say those Nikes are selling for $100. Well, $100, that's the standard price of what you're going to find, whether it's on Amazon, it's on Walmart, or it's at Target. But with us, you look up and you've got 150 Fin credits sitting in your account. And what if you could use as many as 25 Fin credits to buy the cost of that shoe down? So now you spend 25 Fin credits and you can buy it for $75, but you use 25 Fin credits. How much did that Fin credit cost you? It didn't cost you anything, did it? Yet what happened, you bought that same pair of shoes for $75 that you could have spent $100 for somewhere else. You can find it for 30 or 40% off, right? So what I'm talking about here is an e-commerce site that has apparel, baby products, beauty, children's, toys, jewelry, cleaners, home improvement, jewelry, over-the-counter, drugs, office, school supplies, personal electronics, pet supplies. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on of a full-service e-commerce site. But you can go in and you can use your Fin credits to buy down the cost of those everyday products and services, or luxury items seen fit, and you can buy it down using your Fin credits dollar for dollar. Because as I said, we all have this inherent desire to get more for less. So when we talk about products that are essential products, things that most people go buy, right? So these are just a few of the brands that you would recognize: Band-Aid, Cottonelle, Dove, Purex, Q-Tips, Purad, Advil, Duracell, Cascade, Windex, Skillcraft. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on, and I could go through the same list through apparel and through jewelry, through furniture, through all those kinds of things, right? That as we continue to advance and build into that store, right there. We have a young lady who is running this store for us, and for 17 years, she ran a little company called Gunsday Ranker. You may have heard about it before. Billions of dollars. She ran marketing, and she was in charge of all the branding. She's in charge of the Finmore store, and she knows all these manufacturers, and they are loading on to become part of this Finmore store that you're going to see it launch in about 2.5 weeks here. And on top of all of that, you can use your Fin credits to buy down the cost of travel, right? You go to Expedia, hey, here's an amazing program called Fin Travel. You can go into the Fin Travel store and say, for example, you want to go to the MGM Hotel. There's a beautiful suite that you want to buy. It's $250 a night. You look up on Expedia. It's $250 a night. Yet on our travel site, it says you can use as many as 100 Fin credits to buy that cost down. You can buy that same room right now in real time for $150 a night. Same room, same date, same everything. And you're looking at Expedia right there on the screen also, and they're charging you $250 a night. How much money? Guess what? So you just saved $100 a night. You want to go for 3 nights, you just saved $300. What did those Fin credits cost you? Nothing. Well, how did you earn them? You spent your money as you normally do, nothing different, except we gave you dollar for dollar Fin credits, right? That you're used to buy down the price of those services. It's an amazing that we have come up with, and we're truly excited to be able to share that with you. Now, on top of all of that, we have then now launched into some other areas because people have genuine concerns with health and wellness, right? For example, I think most people would be interested. Many of you may have maybe heard of what's called telemedicine. What if you could just 7 by 24, you could contact a doctor on a video, limited usage. It's 2 in the morning, child is sick, and you don't want to go to the doctor, go to the emergency center. You can go online and get a doctor right online. They can look at your child, talk to you, they can immediately prescribe something for you, and you can go pick it up. Or you have something or a question. I went to the doctor's the other day as a walk-in to go do something. They charged me $92 just to walk in the door. Telemedicine, $24.95, all you can need. They're right there on the video screen. We have a dental savings program. We have a pharmacy program. Imagine, for $59 a month, there's over 800 medications that, as long as you have the prescription, they're sent directly to you at your home because you're paying a $59 a month fee to be a member of that program. I mean, these are just a few of those exact same products that you're buying today. What if you could have them shipped right to you? Doesn't matter how many you're getting, because there's 800 of the most popular medications that are sold in America today. They're part of that program that the subscription can change and they can be sent directly to you. Your cost is $59 a month as a person for all of those prescription medications that maybe you're paying probably quite a bit more than $59 a month for. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of the value propositions, things that we have that we give to all of our customers that can become members, and they can use their Fin credits to buy down the cost of those products and services. We're here to offer you amazing savings. So there is this digital catalog that is being put together that will be available in a couple of weeks with all of these kinds of products and all of these savings that are there. You've got this e-commerce store that many of these things you're currently buying anyway online. You can use Fin credits to buy the cost of those down too. And again, how do you earn a Fin credit? Just use your normal credit cards as you normally do. There's nothing different. And we're going to track how much you spend on them, and we're going to give you a dollar for dollar Fin credit that you can go buy it down. Now, here's the interesting part. You can become a member of us for $50 a year. For $50 a year, you have access to all of the benefits that we talked about for $50 a year. And when you enroll, we're going to give you free 1,000 Fin credits right out the gate to start with.
That's pretty
So
good.
it's 1,000 Fin credits we get you when you enroll into the program. And for $4.95, you can enroll all of your credit cards on what's called an all-card program. So you can put 5 or 10. Every time you use that card when you buy something, you pay $4.95 to get dollar for dollar Fin credits that you can then go use back into the system. How amazing that is. Many of the exact same name brands that you're buying now today. So on top of that, there's also a business opportunity that we have. We have over 45,000 people last year alone, in the last 6 months of the year, enrolled into the program because they wanted to become a Finmore business owner. the cost of that is a one-time fee for $199, and then that's it. Then you pay $50 a year for your product. But now you can enroll other customers and earn commissions from their purchases. You can enroll other Finmore business owners who enroll Finmore business owners, so on and so forth. And you can earn on all of those Finmore business owners and all of their customers off of hundreds and thousands and literally tens of thousands of business owners and customers in the marketplace. Every time they buy something, you earn a piece of their transaction. We have a Finmore debit card that we will issue to everybody also. That will happen in the next 90 days. We're going to give you more Finmore credits to use that as an incentive versus your normal credit card. But if you're a Finmore business owner and that person's out there swiping that card, what if you could earn a piece of income every time they swipe that card for that transaction too? They're loving to swipe that card because they're earning more Finmore credits by using that debit card. You earn a piece of every transaction. They earn Finmore credits. They save money. They're a member. They buy things. You get paid again. The list goes on and on and on. And what made this so powerful with over 120,000 people joining our business last year alone is because of the value proposition to the end consumer, the value that they got. They were referring people, referring other business owners, referring customers to the program. We are ready to have some significant announcements that we're going to hear about in the next 2.5 weeks. And excuse me. And I would love, with your permission, Frank and Pastor Thomas, to come back and share in a detailed presentation deck. Picture speaks 1,000 words. People will get very excited. They can immediately turn around and begin to save money and refer other people to the program too. Frank, thank you for having me back. I look forward to filling in more information if you'll have me back in a month or so with an appropriate deck. And we're excited. Thank you so much.
I want to thank you.
Pastor Thomas, did I leave anything out?
No, sir. I just wanted to say thank you, Frank. But I did want to say, for those that had joined back when we transact card, if you have any questions about the transition, Frank was holding up my information. Call me, text me, email me, and I will be happy to walk you through that. We've done multiple updates in the KTFA forum explaining the transition. But all of those that come on board back during, you were getting $50 a week, all of those can be transferred into FinCredit. You've lost nothing, you've only gained, and you've only gained much more benefits. And so what they've done by transferring from a caterpillar, which was an amazing idea, into a beautiful butterfly, is they brought I can't even tell you how excited I am about the benefits, because I've had a sneak peek on some of those that we're not sharing without kids, etc. But they're bringing so much more benefit to our card members in every area of their life. It is Finmore financial. It is Finmore double your money, do better financially. It is your entire life to flourish like a butterfly. So if you have any questions, call me. But John, I appreciate your time and thank you for coming on and explaining that. Frank, I'm open for any questions, email that folks send me. I'm handling them, and we're working, and it's launching, and it is exciting.
Well, I thank you.
We've transferred everybody over, to your point, over to Finmore. Everybody's got transferred there. It all works out really, really well. Pastor Thomas, thank you. And Frank, it's so wonderful to see your smiling face again. And I look forward to seeing you again in the very near future. Thank you for inviting me out of your call.
Thank you, gentlemen. And I'll tell you, just to start out, you get 1,000 Z credits. That's pretty good. And I know people like our brother Dan Shepherdson is posting and saying, hey, man, I signed up a year ago. What happened? Well, what happened was that they went through a transition to another company, and I think it's coming back stronger. It is still a wonderful program, or I wouldn't be involved in it. And I think that there's his phone number. His phone number is 719-464-0029. Or you can send an email. Is that right? Is that the email? /Frank26.Finmore, FINMORE.com. And or you can even call me. My phone number is 419 have Pastor Thomas and our dear friend that gave you the lecture here. They're going to answer your questions. They're going to help you. They're the experts. My life is consumed with so many other things that I'm afraid that I don't have the time to do that. But I love the card. I want the card. And if you're interested, please give Pastor Thomas a call. Pastor Thomas, we're going to make it up for all these people like Dan Shepherd's son and everyone else. Agreed? Oh, I think I lost him.
Absolutely. It is going to be beyond the wildest dreams.
All righty. Well, God bless you, brother. Love you. Talk to you in the future. And we'll have that gentleman back. Now that's that's if I'm around next month, okay?
Yeah, I hear you. We're praying.
Oh, by the way, real quick, are you still there, Pastor?
I am.
Is this available around the
I am.
world or just in the United States?
We are focused on getting everything up and running in the United States, as John did with me, and then here in about a year they'll be going on worldwide.
Good.
So even down into Mexico.
Good. All righty. Thank you kindly, Pastor. We'll have you back on again. God bless you.
Thank you. Blessings.
Family, a few of you are saying that you can't hear us very well. Let me turn up this volume and see what it is that you're dealing with. Family, a few of you are saying that you can't hear us very well. Let me turn up this volume and see what it is that you're dealing with. Family, a few of you. No, that's okay. So whatever it is, it's on your side, and I apologize. Well, family, it's time to get into another. Tonight, I have bank stories. What is the title of your UB2B? And by the way, as always, everything I say to you is just strictly my opinion. The title of your UB2B tonight is Homeostasis. When you look up the word homeostasis, you'll see that that's mainly used in the medical world. Homeostasis means that every condition of the human body is functioning and running properly. You're exactly at 98.6. You have exactly saturated oxygen in your blood at 21.0%. Yeah, you're doing really good. And that's called homeostasis. John, get rid of them. I'm sorry, just simply get rid of them. Anybody that has, you got an awesome bank story. Well, thank you, but not right now, family, okay? I got so many as it is. But please do call me tomorrow, and I'd love to record it. Let me see, area code 602. Call me. I'd love to hear it, okay? Because tonight, the homeostasis of our investment is, look up homeostasis. Somebody, can you give me the definition? Somebody help me. Go ahead and post homeostasis definition up here. And let's look at that word before we go any further. The conditions of our monetary reform, in my opinion, are perfect. All the waiting that we've been having forever and ever is also very perfect, in my opinion. Because what we're waiting for is just one thing. I told you we have no more. One thing only, the new exchange rate. That's it. That's it. And the evidence is that banks, like I told you 2 weeks ago, the evidence I said, banks know now. And all these bank stories is backing it up, is validating it for you. You're going to hear more stuff tonight. Like I told you, you'll hear from Citibank, you'll hear from Wells Fargo, you'll hear from Chase, you'll hear from, I don't know, something else, I forgot what it was. Homeostasis, Jan, thank you, honey, for putting it up. Homeostasis is defined as a self-regulating process. Yeah, a self-regulating process. Well, that would be the monetary reform that was self-regulated by the CBI, the IMF, the World Bank, and U.S. Treasury, and the BIS. Alrighty, homeostasis is defined as a self-regulating process by which a living organism can maintain let's change that, by which a currency can maintain internal stability while adjusting to changing external conditions. Oh, yeah, perfect, because that's exactly what's going on. And that allows me to walk into the next subject with you tonight before I play you another bank story. When we were last together, changing external conditions, okay? And I showed you, what was it, ForexLive.com? And I showed you where to go, what to input. Now that was, 48 hours? Well, it's now 72 hours ago. I can't tell you how many of you responded. the majority responded with gratitude. Wow, this is interesting. It is. And yet, and there were also a few that responded in a in a in a in a in a critiqued way. And I found the critique to be constructive. And I found myself in a position where I have to offer a correction, an apology, whatever you want to call it. Especially, for example, we're talking to hundreds of you, but let me just pick this gentleman who did a beautiful job in a 3-4 page letter that he sent me, explaining, and that would be Thomas K. How are you, sir? I want to thank you for your input. Now, Thomas K said, looky here, Frank, I do this for a living, but when you put USD/IQD on the chart, that was incorrect. He said, the way that you want to do it, and in case you all want to take note of this, he said, using the chart on Forex Live, the only correct way to show the US dollar paired with the Iraqi dinar is this way. USD IQD or IQD USD, whichever way you want to put it, whichever way you want to view the numbers. But with no forward slash. Forward slash is another indication for that chart to give you some other data. Okay. No, don't put the forward slash between the two Forex symbols. Don't do that, okay? And you'll get a different reading. Okay. So I took it to my teams and they said, the man is correct. Well, I need to apologize. If you want to. What do you mean if I want to? I need to. Frank, come here. What? Look. Well, that's exactly what we were showing yesterday. Thank you, guys. I'm going to use this. No, you're not. What? No, you're not. So I find myself in a conundrum, in a conundrum that I do apologize. And I do thank Thomas K. for the information. And I pass it on to you. But family, based on what I'd like to say, and just strictly based on my opinion, okay? Only on my opinion, I'd like to add one more little thing. We were basically showing you the percentiles. And you can do that the way we showed you. Or you can do it a different way by using decimal points. Or by using forward slashes. I told you I'm not an expert in commodity trades. Our pastor Kendall told me that he thought it was good, and I went with it, and I still feel good because of what my team showed me that I can't show you. But if I could show you, if I could ask you to sit next to me on my blue couch, I would say to you that today the Iraqi dinar was being traded somewhere in this world at 288, and it reached about, I think I reached around 292. Now you can go ahead and take the decimal calculation that our friend has taught us how to do it, and you take the number one. You take the number one, and you divide the number one. Divide the number one by the decimal number that you have, and that'll also give you the current rate. So if you want the rate in a percentage, if you want the rate in a decimal, if you want the rate in a PIP, whatever you want it, you figure it out yourself. But if I misled anybody, if I said the wrong way to look at that chart, I apologize. But as far as I'm concerned, and I do apologize. But as far as I'm concerned, I stand with my teams. Not the other way around that many people are suggesting that I do. All I know is that if you go and do it the other way, it's going to come, I think it comes out to 36 cents, 36 cents. That's impressive. What would that rate be? Probably around 270. All those numbers you're showing, yeah. But those numbers are not true. They don't really exist. You know, that's false information. Okay. You're not going to get any arguments out of me. But what you are going to get out of me is a statement that says that in our opinion with my teams, the Iraqi dinar is going through an internal float. Oh, that's a terrible thing to say. It's a terrible thing to say because it's not. Well, then why'd you say it? I don't know how else to explain it. All right, go on. In my opinion, the Iraqi dinar is going through an internal float right now on a screen, on a second set of books, on something that maybe not everyone can see. That's possible. And I got a feeling that my dear brother Thomas would say, yeah, that is possible. Okay. So if that was possible on my blue couch with me, then I would tell you that that the point that we were trying to make, regardless of the math, regardless of step 1, 2, 3, 4, / point, whatever, regardless of all that, the point that we were making is that in my strong opinion, in our team's opinion, in fact, hold on a second. Walking Stick would like to tell you the following. Frank, I understand what you're telling me that gentleman is saying to you, and yeah, we accept it. But I also want you to see, okay, hey, oh, wow. And then I talk to you, family, and now I continue by saying, Walking Stick says, look, if you see it on the inside, which is kind of what I think I saw, then trust me, it will also be on the same page on the outside. I said, what do you mean by that? The Iraqi dinar does not have a dual exchange rate. Second set of books. You never see that. You think I'm going to show that? No. It only has one rate, but I see, Frank, one rate. Okay. So therefore, in my opinion, I want to share with you, KTFA family, in my strong opinion, this is a mirror image. What we are seeing, this is a mirror image of the things to come when they place the Iraqi dinar in an international basket to float via a supply and demand need to add value to the nation's currency. And Walking Stick says to me, regardless of whatever you say that you need to apologize for, Frank, what I just told you is a fact. Well, I'm still going to give it as an opinion. Fine, and do so, and I will. It is a fact, in my opinion, family, that the Iraqi dinar will never have a dual rate. What you're seeing, well, maybe what I think I'm seeing, are numbers that are part of the revaluation process that has already occurred. These numbers were well calculated with supercomputers, and now they're throwing them all out and seeing how they work, testing them. Testing, is this thing on or not? Well, let's drive it and see what happens to the market. Are you guys interested in the Iraqi dinar at this rate? Oh my goodness gracious, I can't believe you are. Would you mind taking it up a little further? Why? Because this is a good example of a mirror image of what we are going to do internationally. What do you mean? We're going to float the dinar. We told everybody in an international basket. We already showed you some of the currencies that are going to be in it, right? Yeah, we saw that a couple of days ago in the article. Fine. It's another time to call, guys. Stop calling and stop sending me texts and telling me that you just won't stop. I often wondered if that's how I got sick. The stress on my life is amazing. So anyways, I hope I've explained myself properly here. Is this thing jumping? Is it frozen?
No, but mine keeps going in and blurry.
Unbelievable.
Voices off of the thing.
Family, are you able to hear me? Is this, am I wasting my time tonight?
But mine keeps going in and blurry.
Unbelievable.
Voices off of the thing.
Family, are you able to hear me? Is this, am I wasting my time tonight?
But mine keeps going in and blurry.
Unbelievable. Okay, regardless. So I hope I explained myself about the chart. If it wasn't step A, B, and C, and I gave you step A, D, E, F, C, I apologize. But the point of it all was made. We strongly believe that something is going on. We strongly believe that this is a mirror image of things you can't see that maybe we can see. Who knows? Who cares? Because it is exactly what's going to happen when it goes in an international basket and floats. Exactly. In my opinion, in December, we saw it at 230, 240. In January, we saw it at 250. Last month, we saw it at 260. Sunday, we saw it at 270. Today, we see it closing out at around 290. They're, in my opinion, you see, they're trying to get the RV face to reach the RI face, which is to reinstate the value of 322. Now, if you can really show me in the national world that we can reach that, then guess what? We'll float. Because it's guaranteed that you're going to take it to that level, aren't you? Well, yeah, we already did. Well, and you're going to take it in beyond, aren't you? Now I'm really confused. It made sense last night. So 290 or 336. You see what I mean? It doesn't matter what I do or what I give. The masses are incredible. I just explained. I said very plainly, and I'm not going to say the individual's name. I said very plainly, you want a decimal, you want a percentage, you want the forward slash. You take the pick. There's no confusion. I don't think I need to explain anymore what Walking Stick is trying to tell you folks. So let me take a breather here. Would you like another bank story? Because each one of these bank stories is loaded with information. Here's the next one for you. Please enjoy. Gosh, I can't remember. I did this one, so I guess go to the next one. Here we go, play.
Okay, I got the recorder turned down. Now look at here. Don't say your name and don't say the name of the officers. But today you had an experience. What state are you in?
We're in Indiana.
What bank did you go to?
We went to Chase Bank, Fort Wayne. It was up on Coldwater Road.
I'm proud of you because you took our information and you applied it, didn't you?
I did.
You were successful, weren't you?
Yes, my wife and I both, yes.
And you, please, share with the family what happened to you, because this is what we're seeing now. And almost every phone call that's coming in is telling me how successful they have been opening an account. But some are talking about, this great wealth transfer, and some are not. But in your case, they talked to you about it before you even brought it up?
Well, what happened, we were able to go into like a back corner in the front of the bank. Nice guy sat down with us and asked us some questions about opening the accounts. And I told him that my wife and I want separate accounts. And because I'm prior military, both Marine and Navy, everything from the bank aspect is free for me.
That's right.
Bank checks, counter checks, checks in general, if you're right, I don't have to pay for anything.
That's right.
Prior military. Matter of fact, when our daughter is going to come next with us to we're going to open up an account under my name so everything's free for her. Now, in the process of that, being done, we're talking, and he just asked me a simple question. He says, how much are you planning on putting in here? And I told him that it was going to be a sizable amount.
Okay.
And he said, give me a figure. And I said, well, it'll be 7 figures at least.
Uh-huh.
And so that's nice. And what are you going to do with it? And I told him, well, we're working out a foundation, and the foundation is going to be able to help people. Like when a house burns down and the people have no place to go, then we're going to be able to help with that.
Right.
Put them up in a motel somewhere for a month or whatever. That's what we're going to do. When the Lord blesses us, then we get to bless others.
Amen.
So during that conversation, he looked at me and he says, dinar.
What?
What?
He said that to you?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This is a bank officer. You're in the back room to close the door?
Well, no, there was no way to close the door. They had none. Isolated.
But you were isolated from the room. By any chance,
Yeah.
here's the dinar. And what did you say?
I said, absolutely. He told us, me and my wife sitting there, he told us, he said, we had a meeting yesterday.
Yes, I know. Okay, did they really? Tell me about it.
We know it's happening.
Yes.
And it wasn't long after that, this nice looking guy come in, he's a little older, had white hair mixed with a little bit of brown.
Yeah.
And he shook my hand and he says, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm with J.P. Morgan.
Oh my word! You're like the 5th one today that's told me this. It seems like they're bringing in J.P. Morgan representatives inside of Chase Banks. That's what I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Only because of the signal that they've gotten.
You know what? This guy from J.P. Morgan looked at me and he says, you here getting ready to be blessed? And I said, yeah.
What?
He says, we've been waiting for this a long time, haven't we?
Are you kidding me, brother? He said, I can't believe what you're telling me. This is like eating one of those, dreamsicles that are really tasty. Anyways, and a cookie. Wow. Okay, and he said what else?
Well, he just explained to me, next time you come in, you and I will be talking.
The next time you come.
Yeah.
Today is Tuesday. He found out yesterday, Monday. He's next time we go. Are you going to go in Friday?
Well, I don't know yet, but I want to tell you something else.
What?
That we did Friday.
What?
We went to the Indianapolis area and talked to a Chase Bank,
Yeah.
and they acted like we were scammers.
Uh-huh. They didn't get the notice yet, that's all. And if they did, they didn't tell their employees yet.
So we walked out of there. We don't do anything with them.
There you go.
Friday night we watched it.
There you go.
Sunday we watched it. And then last night we watched it.
On our show, yes.
When you showed me that, well, knowing me, I just had to get on my computer and say, this has got to be for real, right?
It's live.
On there it was.
Yeah, it's live, and that's what's interesting.
Dump that room.
Ready for it. I believe you're ready. I believe you and you're ready. You're applying proper stewardship. You've taken our education. I call it the template for the exchange process. You've applied position, and not only that, but no, they talk to you. They want you. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. What's going on?
The good thing is they were so nice. They were pleasant. They never raised their voice. They didn't act shocked. They knew.
You understand your potential, don't you? That's why I use the example that we will all be Mr. Clampetts, and the banks will be Mr. Drysdale. And what I mean by that is that if you want a cement pond, they'll just ask you how many. You're going to be treated in a way you've never been treated before. But you have to be careful because it can be a poison. If we feel that we are so high and mighty to the point where we're almost godlike and we don't need God because we got all this money, it's gonna backfire. It's gonna be bad. The love of money is evil. Yes, we need money to teach about the love of God, but I'm so happy for you, my brother. Thank you for sharing this with our KTFA family.
Well, you know what? We want to thank you for all that you've done. We've only started watching you maybe 3 weeks ago.
No.
I know a guy. You know him too. And we're good friends. Had lunch with him last week. He's going down to see his family in Indy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, Coach.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
That sent me the link, I don't know, 2 months ago about you.
Yeah.
On there. And when we actually ordered all the dinar through you, and when it came, it was like, I told my wife, I said, do you know how much money we have sitting there? I told David has, there's a lot of people that we're associated with.
Don't say no names.
Together, and we talk, and this is something that's, we've been waiting for a group of us for a long time.
Yes, sir, I have too. And so,
you know what? God has to teach us, and He has to prepare us.
That's exactly right. If we would have had this 10 years ago, I think we would have all been lottery winners. God has given us, me, time to teach and point people in the direction of God. I don't want to.
His army.
Yes, we are His
Army has
spiritual.
to be protected, but it also has to be funded.
Indeed.
In this world, it takes money to do what He wants us to do.
God trusted Mary and Joseph to take the first wealth transfer from the 3 wise men and give it to the temple for the poor. God is trusting the church today. He knows that we are scared of what's happening right now in the streets of this world. Satan is running around naked and just hurting people left and right. Therefore, God will now protect us this money, and we must protect others. I don't want to leave this world with a lot of money in my bank account. What good is that going to do anyone? I want it empty. I want it all for God's kingdom. Any time that I can call me back when you follow it. He's at the end of our study, but I can't. So I have to be the end of another.
What? Oh,
okay, I got the recording.
I did it. I stopped it. I got it. I was saying things I should not be saying, family, out loud. Anyways, oh, it looks like it's about to run out. So there's another story. It's interesting that the banks now, in Chase, I don't know, coincidence? You'll hear another story soon about another J.P. Morgan representative at a Chase Bank. When I get to the story here in a minute, let's see if I can make it work. Oh, dear me. I'm praying to God that I didn't lose everything. I don't see all the recordings I had on here. Ah!
Say your name.
Let's
and don't
see.
say the name of
No,
the
no,
officers.
go to the next one. Next backstory.
This is not so much a bank story, but what state are you from, sir?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. And don't say any names, okay? But you have a story you want to share with me. Please share it.
Okay. I have a close friend. She's in Miami. She's got a close friend that works in Iraq at the U.S. Embassy. And she sent him some money to buy her $1 million dinar. And he went to purchase it yesterday. And he went to several ATMs.
I was grabbing the recorder to tell you they're not going to find anything. As of yesterday, they won't find anything anymore. But continue with your story. So they went to was it an ATM machine?
Yeah, there was ATM machines throughout Iraq. I think he went to like 3 or 4. And to go to the bank and use his card to buy the $1 million dinar for her, and
Not going to happen.
not going to happen. It did not happen.
They're shutting. I mean, they've already shut it down, but now it's really being clamped down. We're very blessed, my broker and I, that we have a very. We'll never run out. Good at that.
Yeah, and so he called the U.S. the government, to find out if there's anything wrong or what's going on with his card.
Right.
And they said that his card is fine. And there's no issues and no worries. It's all in country in Iraq. They're doing an update.
An update. I like that one. That's another one. Good way of putting it. Basically, don't ask any more questions. Shut up.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, we're every bank that I've been in communication with recently in the last 48 hours, they're all ready. They're all in position. And they now also, as I shared with everybody, in my opinion, they have permission to talk about it. They just don't have the date or the rate. Nobody does. And I thank you, my brother, for sharing this story with me. They're not going to be able to get any. Tell them that if they want, they're welcome to call me. But they have to make the check has to come from an American bank, and my broker. Bless you, and if you.
That's it. So far, you've learned some good stuff, family. Here's another one. Listen.
Yes, it's recording now. First of all, don't say your name or any officers. And thank you, by the way, because I love collecting as many different bank stories as I can. What state are you in?
In California.
And what's the name of the bank?
Hold on.
One of the 4 banks that
Let me rewind it. She heard something. We're babysitting our family's dog, and she heard something on this recording, and she thought it was somebody at the door. Hold on, family. Play. Oh no. Hang in there with me, family. Golly. Holy Father, please help me to find the record that I don't lose it. Amen.
There it is. Now, we're not going to mention anybody's names, okay? We already introduced each other, and it's a pleasure to host to maybe 15 or more phone calls of a new pattern. And before you talk, I want to establish that we're noticing that banks, and especially the ones that were after Chase, even Wells Fargo now, we're noticing that banks somehow or another got a notice. And they don't know the date, they don't know the rate, but just like I told everybody, they will answer your questions now. And that's why we sent everybody, just open an account, get the wealth management card, and then go back when it happens, and they'll introduce you to Morgan. And if you go to another bank, the same procedure will happen with them. Now, what was your story? What state are you in?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Oh, haven't had that one. And what was the bank?
Chase.
I love these Chase Bank stories. Okay, what happened?
Well, the first day we went, we just, after we heard that you mentioned about going to open an account.
That was last week, right? You went last week then? Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and so we saw that there's new Chase banks. So we were like, wait a minute. We go by and I said, wait. I said, babe, there's a, remember Frank was talking about that, so we got to go in and make an appointment. So what we did is we went in, but it was late because we was in the evening. It was about like 5 o'clock. So they mentioned that it was actually 5 minutes to 5. And they said, well, we're about to close, but, if you'd like to make an appointment, you want to come back on Monday. So we were like, okay, that was on a Friday. So we were like, okay. So we went in and we made the appointment, but it's crazy because when we went in, it didn't look like a regular type of bank that you go and you see the tellers. It looked different, so we didn't see any pretty interesting. And then you go on, baby, tell them. And so when they sat down in this little secluded place, and that was interesting because I've never seen anything set up like this before in anything that we ever been in. So that was just a whole new experience for us in ourselves. So as we sitting there, and we was asking, well, do y'all exchange the dong? He said, well, yes, we do. I'm like, well, you started with the dong. You went back. So you smart. Okay. And then after that, they said, I said, well, do y'all need the Zim? And then they said, I'm not sure. But then as I was looking they had like a big monitor screen. And I was kind of side-eyeing that, and I happened to notice that there was a Zim on there. And I'm like, ooh. And they had the percentage on there was 1.28. And I was like, huh. Funny thing is that with that number is that's actually my birthday, 12. Happy birthday! So I was excited about that. So then they was asking us, they said they wanted to set up an appointment to come back, and I was like, okay. And that was different. I never set up an appointment to open up a bank account before. So I was like, okay. All right, okay, so we set up an appointment, and then they was like, well, the other thing they asked me is like, before we left, it's like, how do you like your coffee? I'm like, ooh. What? Oh, hello. I want some donuts with extra sprinkles, and I want me a cement pong. What you want, Granny? Dang. Okay, go on. What happened? Yes, that got me up. Well, you asked me how I like my coffee. Light and sweet. Light and sweet. And then I also was asking because I mentioned because actually at that point in time my mom reached out to me and just let me know that something that we've been praying for manifest. So I mentioned that. So I let them know. I said, well, my mom can tell you because I'm a pastor. So my mom just texted me that something that we went for and just that we prayed for manifested. So I know that God's attention. Like, oh, wait a minute. I said, well, this is not speaking. These are people. This is also a business. So then I happened to notice that. I said when I kind of looked at the monitor, and I remembered about J.P. Morgan. So I asked them. I said, well, who's your representative for J.P. Morgan? And then they said, oh, well, and they gave me the person's name, and I was like, okay. They said, well, we can have that person have the appointment too. I said, well, that'd be awesome. Wait a minute. J.P. Morgan rep is going to meet with you already? Yes, he did. No, yes. Oh, he did? Yes, I'm jealous. That's Monday. Monday we had the appointment. I'm jealous, man. Did they give you cookies? No, we didn't get cookies. Okay, because if they did, I did mention his name to you. I mentioned your name because he began to start talking. And they threw you out, didn't they? I was actually excited because when we got home, my husband was like, oh, you really schooled them. And I'm like, well, I've been studying FRANK26. Because as they kept saying certain things, I was asking them. You schooled them. I like that. You go, girl. I almost got into a fist fight with my guy until he finally surrendered. It felt like I was, oh, God, I hope this doesn't come across wrong. But when you got to train a puppy, go on the paper, man. What's the matter with you? Or knock on the door, and okay, but that's how we do it. And that's kind of like what I went through. I had to retrain this guy, and he finally broke, and he went on the paper. Go ahead. And that's what I brought everybody. And that's why you and everybody now is going, and the good Lord has said, I think the good Lord is saying, well done, KTFA. Yeah. Continue. What happened? So you met. What happened? Yeah. Go ahead. So when we met him, we just started, telling him that, because first, like I said, we were talking about just opening an account, and then we began to start. He tried to ask me, so when you're saying foreign exchange, what do you mean? So I said, well, one of the words that you always say, speculative investment. So he said, oh, so you actually have just been, putting currencies aside, so you just have to build it up. And I said, yes. he remembered that question, so he brought it up again. And I said, I don't plan to deposit anything right now. I'm not exchanging. I'm not doing any of that.
Right.
And I said, so I don't want to tell you how much that we had, but I will tell you what we had. So then, we mentioned about the victim is down in the Zim. So the Zim bonds, and he was like, okay. He said, well, so do you want to deposit? And I'm like, no. So we were asking, he was trying to tell us about different things, whether rates and stuff like that, and how they are on the screen. So we're like, yeah. I said, well, that's why I want to wait. I said, I'm going to wait. I said, when the time comes, we'll come back and, exchange. So he was like, okay. So he just seemed like he really didn't, I don't know if he was
He was cooperative.
Yes.
He wasn't argumentative.
Yes.
He received the notice and he treated you with respect. He got your coffee with cream for crying out loud. I'm so jealous. So you see what I'm saying is that there's a new pattern. The paradigm shift is now in our favor. The momentum, Mo, is now on our side. And when we go to the banks and simply want a checking account, say, I want to open an account. And by the way, give me your wealth management advisor card, because I know you guys deal with JP Morgan. And if you go to Wells Fargo, the same thing. Open an account and talk to them and say, excuse me, can I have a card of your representative of your wealth management investments here? Yeah, sure. And you'll find out who they are with. I don't know who they're with. It could be Merrill
And
Lynch.
he did give us his card as well.
Good. And y'all left with an account open. You left knowing the Chase people and the JP Morgan people. Now, are you going to go back there again?
We are, yes.
Here's a question for you. Ready?
Yes.
I tell you what, maybe I'm talking too much and you don't want to hear these questions. What do you think, family, huh? Should I stop the recording? I mean, I don't want to upset anybody,
You guys.
And I think I will stop it because the question that I posed was a good question, but I don't want anyone to be disappointed, and I see that there's one person that is very disappointed in me right now, so I'm just going to shut up.
For this currency, and it's been deposited into this account that belongs to you. And its valuation is one of their truck. JP Morgan has made the dinars. And then when the blessing occurs, boom, you don't have to go.
Yeah.
And then when the is this good?
And in the trust, tell us that JP Morgan, he told us that we talked about drafting the trust, and he told us yes, we would need an attorney, and all of that. So,
Yeah, you see, all of this, everything I've taught you is all right here, and that's what the guy told him too.
Mexican restaurant needs liquor. Against liquor, but it was on the Liddy Constantly,
sure. JP Morgan, exchange. So he was like, okay. So he just seemed like he really didn't. I don't know if he was
cooperative.
Okay, Frank.
There's a new pattern.
Yeah, I know it's a new pattern.
Want to open with a card of your representative of your wealth management investments here? Yeah, sure. And you'll find out who they are with. I don't know who they're with. It could be Merrill Lynch.
He did give us his card as well.
Good.
Right there.
And y'all left with an account open. You left knowing the Chase people and the JP Morgan people. Now, are you going to go back there again?
We are, yes.
Here's a question for you. Ready?
Yes.
Hi there, Mr. J.P. Morgan. Gentlemen, how are you? I'm fine. Tell me, sir, where's your home office? We're from Chicago or New York or, whichever one you chose. I see. Well, just out of curiosity, sir, why are you here? So, and if he goes, then just smile and say, it's okay, sir. You don't have to tell me. I'm grateful that you're here. And smile. Okay?
They even put their sign up. It was so funny when
I hope you remember that.
He came after we were talking with the, teller and setting the account up. When she went to get the JP Morgan representative, when he came in, she goes, oh, let me put your JP Morgan sign up. So she switched it in front of him. And I said, wait, can I take a picture first? He goes, oh, yeah, sure. So I took a picture of the sign.
You're going to send me those things, okay?
I got it.
You know, that reminds me, like when we have, my family has a family restaurant. We're about to hit 56 years with the oldest Mexican restaurant.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. The city council brought us down and gave us a proclamation to hang on the wall. We've got about 10 of those on the wall.
Beautiful.
Yeah, all those years. We've never had liquor. We've never had a liquor license. We don't have anything against liquor, but a Mexican restaurant needs liquor to survive. But it turns out that it was our food that mom and my mother made, and it was something that people fell in love with, and they came for the food. They didn't come to get drunk or have a beer, margarita, or whatever. They came
Anyways, you don't want to hear this story.
And my mother and father.
My point was that
and
she
it didn't matter
says,
who you were. He
she
was gonna tell you
says,
about God.
they,
He came
as
by
soon
the
as we
restaurant,
walked in,
I
Mr.
want
Frank,
to before you ate your food.
but just before we walked in, she said, pause, where's pause?
You're always praying for people and
Always.
you're
That's what we live for. There's no other reason. And a lot of people that are worldly, they don't.
I don't know how to
understand.
pause this thing.
Every day they worship the world. You and I, every day, we worship.
My point was that they put up a sign that said J.P. Morgan representative in the house. And then they walked in and they saw it, and that's when they were introduced to them. And I pointed out to them, isn't that amazing that they have J.P. Morgan representatives now, this week? Ask them, where are you from? Well, I'm from New York, Chicago, whatever. And I said, and then ask them, well, what are you doing here?
investing in the foreign currency. We already have one set up. We spoke with them. So, but from what we're getting out, we would love to go with Bill Johnson. So, it's the way he has it set up versus our attorney. So, he did tell us at JP Morgan, he told us that, we talked about drafting the trust, and he told us, yes, we would need an attorney, and all of that. So, we're like, okay, but
That's why I send everybody to Bill Johnson. That's why I send everybody to Bill Johnson. I vetted him to the point where I feel very good. He's helped hundreds, if not thousands, of our KTFA members. They're in position. You don't have to have a trust fund, but if you want to, you can go ahead and get your car, your home, put things in it right now. And then when the blessing occurs, boom. You don't have to go and wait and get the fund, all the procedures and steps. Be ready. You want proper stewardship. And you don't want any delays. You don't want anybody, any negativity. So you have a lawyer. Sir, did you say you're a pastor?
yes, sir. Yeah.
That's good, but I may even suggest that you take someone else with you that is a spiritual influence. And let them hold your hand in a spiritual manner. Let them witness what's going on. Let them bear witness for you for the future if need be. Take somebody spiritual demon church. Take trusted. Because eventually you will need people like that as trustees. Also, do you have children?
Yes. Big grown adults.
Do they have dinars?
I'm sorry, say that part again?
Do they have dinars?
One of them, actually one of them do. They have. I have a lot of family that's invested in this. A lot of my family.
As many of your family members as you can gather together, take them. Then make your lawyer, have your lawyer this bank where you have your account, and have them make an appointment where J.P. Morgan rep, the guy that you met, will come to your house with a truck and all the paperwork that's necessary. They will count it there in front of you. They will sign over the account, give you your account number, and you can give the dinars, get it out of your lives, because now you have a documentation that shows you have a rate for this currency, and it's been deposited into this account that belongs to you. Okay? Don't go to a bank. Let's just pretend you've got, 5 million, 3 million, dinars. That's now, that could be potentially 10 million, 3 million, it could be a lot of money. You don't want to be traveling with some of that kind of money. I mean, just the idea of getting in a car accident and having it all burned up in the trunk or something, that scares me. I want to protect it. So, the best place to protect anything is in my home.
Yes.
And therefore, this is my fortress. My windows and doors have been have been blessed by oil. We will make sure that they come to our environment. And we will do whatever business transactions is necessary here in the witness of family, spiritual background, lawyers, whatever it takes. And they will bring a Brinks truck. They're not going to put it in their car also and just take it out. The Brinks truck will help at least in the sense that if it gets in an accident, they're fired to a degree. If they have weapons, they in other words, they'll be able to take care of what now belongs to them. It no longer belongs to you. It was nice coming to you guys. You taught us a lot, and when you go, you're going to now know what to ask Mr. J.P. Morgan, okay?
Yeah.
So where you from, dude? I'm from New York. What you doing here, fool? See what he said.
Yeah, I seen the new branches. The other one, he I think works out of another city, so he goes between the two. They said.
But why are you doing that now? Your home base is in these other states. I think you have a home base in Washington. I think you have one in Texas, Chicago, New York. So why are you guys roaming around right now? It seems to me you would do that at the end or the beginning of the year when you're looking for investments.
Right.
Yeah, okay. But it's good to have you here at the beginning or coming to the end of this first quarter here. We've been expecting a lot of things in this first quarter. And I look forward. And the last and final thing I'll tell you, maybe write it down on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Don't worry about the Zims. Don't worry about the dong. Tell him exactly. Show him. Maybe write it on a little piece of paper and give it to him. Show him exactly how many dinars you have.
Okay.
They know the potential. They know that Zimbabwe currency is. Zimbabwe doesn't even have a currency. They use American bonds to run. They use American bonds to run their country. Who knows? Maybe they'll come back to their currency, their fiat, later down the road.
So what they said also was like, oh, you know what? Things, especially the bank manager, he was like, things are, I think things are changing. He goes, everything is changing. So yeah, he was so excited about meeting my husband. He just kept shaking his hand. He said, I'm so excited to do business with you. It was just amazing just watching it.
He knows your potentials, guys. He knows your potential. And when you show them that little piece of paper of how many dinars you have, they are going to start to calculate and plan what they can do to protect your money.
Nice. Yeah.
Be
Anyways,
careful.
I'm so proud of y'all. I'll see you tonight on our UB2B, and I'm going to play this recording with your permission.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You want to hear one more? I don't think this one's short.
And then
I'm gonna talk to you about
what state are we
walking
in?
stick.
Texas.
Texas, Longhorn. And what bank?
Chase.
Chase. And is this a follow-up?
Yes, it's a
Yeah,
follow-up.
I remember your voice, yeah. Okay, so what happened?
Well, I had gone in to see my now personal banker at Chase. I had a couple of questions for him, and so went in. He recognized me when I came in. He was listening on and waved to me, and so I waited a few minutes. He came over and he addressed me by name, and so I said, "Look, I just have a couple of quick questions," and we went over those questions. I asked him if he had any new information.
Any new information? Got it. He's going to say no.
Well, he said it's probably not new to you, right?
You're right, because you know exactly where we're at, and we're waiting, and you already talked to him, you already opened an account, and if I recall, this gentleman was polite to you. He kind of like, yeah, something's going on, so what happened?
Yeah. So I said, well, tell me. I said, well, I have one question for you that we've had. And I said, are you a employee of Chase or J.P. Morgan?
Good question. Good question.
It says J.P. Morgan Chase. And he said, well, I'm an employee of Chase, but I work directly with J.P. Morgan as a personal banker. I said, okay, great.
They're all over the place.
What's the news that you asked him about when cashing in the dinar, how were we going to do that? We were going to go to the JP Morgan Bank, or were we going to go to the Chase Bank? And when we had an appointment, and he said that he found out some information. He said that all of the exchanges that are $50,000 and more would happen in stages. The final stage would be that they would send a Brinks truck out to pick up the dinar
Perfect. Yeah, because that is correct. So when he said they'll send a Brinks truck, they'll send a representative, and then they'll do all the paperwork at your house. Is that what he said?
I think we'll do all of the paperwork first, and we probably would do, I don't know, he didn't know exactly how because I asked him about verifying. I said, well, I'm not just going to turn over the money without it, with the dollars,
right,
without being verified. And I said, are they going to send out a delivery machine, or how are they going to do this? And he said, I don't know the details on that yet. He said, you may bring it here, and we verify it, and then they will pick it up, and it could be picked up here, it could be picked up from your home. But it will be done,
Up until last week, brother, every bank was saying it's a rumor, you're ripped off, you're stupid. Then all of a sudden, at the end of last week, they got a notice, in my opinion, and I told the family, the next thing you know, a new pattern started the next day. Everybody that's calling me is telling me they know, and this is what they're doing. This gentleman is no longer denying it. He's saying, He's saying, it's happening. I don't know when. Oh, and by the way, this is what we're going to do when it happens. Oh, fantastic. This was the goal of what I did. This is where I taught what I taught. Now you and many others are well educated, well informed, and have a better understanding of the procedure. Now you'll need all the other weapons. Get your team together. Get the trust funds together. You'll need all of this to protect your money, because the moment it happens, within 1 nanosecond after that, they will attack you. And you won't even know they're coming after you.
Right.
But anyways, I'm so proud of you, brother, and if you have any more follow-ups with them, let me know. I'm praying that the next follow-up that you're exchanging.
we are too, Frank.
Well, I'm going to play this recording tonight, and I thank you kindly, brother. God bless you.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's some nice recordings and good stories. You heard about Wells Fargo, you heard about Citibank, you heard about 3 Chase Bank stories. And the theme of these is we have proper homeostasis in the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar. Once again, if someone can put up the definition of homeostasis, I can read it out loud. Homeostasis is a main medical field, but it describes the condition of the human body functioning properly, basically. 98.6 degrees temperature, about 26 respiratory rate per minute, about 21% saturated oxygen in your blood. Okay, well, that's good homeostasis. You're doing pretty good, thank you. And the monetary reform has amazing homeostasis right now. The definition of homeostasis, which nobody put up for me, okay, is what I just said to you right now. The conditions for the monetary reform to release a new exchange rate with a new currency are perfect. The conditions are ideal. These bank stories that you just heard are the latest, in my opinion, of where we are at with the banks in the United States of America. Where did we spend most of our time last year studying? Iraqi banks. As we saw them prepare and get ready, well then, doggone it, of course, we're ready to talk about the banks of the United States of America. So in November, December, we started sending you. You came back with, no, man, they don't know nothing. They say it's a scam. Even from the banks that you bought the dinars from, they're saying it's a scam. Then in January, we started to see a different trend. It was more like, hey, just go away. Oh, Denial? Just leave me alone. Okay. Last month, we started to see people that were actually talking a little bit more. And then towards the end of the month, I said to you, family, in my opinion, banks in Iraq can now answer questions to the Iraqi citizens. So we sent Eddie, we sent Supergirl, we sent our teams, and they came back with some answers for us, which we kept to ourselves. But now you see what's going on, don't you? So the next thing I want you to do is come with me. Hey, you want to do one more bank story? Because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see something so powerful that confirms the monetary reform within reach, within inches. So powerful. And it's been with you for, what's today? Oh, it was only with you yesterday. I'm sorry. Okay, so it's been with you at least almost 48 hours, but nobody understands it. We give honor and glory to God that He has people that helped us to understand it. Like that chart that we studied yesterday to understand. And I apologized and I corrected it and I told you remove the slash, but still the point was made. Something's going on. And we called it an internal float inside of Iraq, where wherever. It's on my blue couch, okay? Everything we've ever shared with you, in our opinion, is it comes out that way. Every phase is what you're dealing with right now. You're seeing a mirror image of what's going to happen outside in the international world. You're seeing it slowly climbing and climbing and climbing. When we started watching it back in November of last year, it was what, around 240. In January, it was around 250. Last month, it was 260. Sunday, it was 270. Today, it was well, I saw it at 292. I don't know what it closed out. And you may say, but no, those are false numbers. No, they're not. Well, okay. And I respect that. But my teams don't have false numbers. And we know what we're looking at. So we say to you, in our opinion, that we believe that the mirror image of the external float is occurring right now internally with the charts that we thought we showed you correctly. It's exciting because this is the way it should be. Hey, by the way, somebody sent me a text and they said, I got a really great bank story. You want me to call them? You want me to call them and see what they have to say? Let's see if I can find it. Well, it was a text, I think. Frank, I got an awesome bank story. All right, area code 602. Area code 602. I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you. Do not say your name. Do not say your name. But I'm curious to hear another bank story because the next thing that we're going to do, family, is going to be powerful. No. Don't you guys. No, man. No. I'm trying to call someone right now. And everyone now wants to call me. Okay. Let's let this excitement die. Let's see if I can make this phone call. 602, I'm calling you. Don't say your name. Oh, for crying out loud. Are you there? Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, no, of course you can't hear me.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Sure. Yeah,
Don't say your. Oh yeah, that's me, Frank. Don't say your name, okay?
Oh, I definitely won't.
Because I'm live right now. Do you mind?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay, just close your eyes. No one will see you.
I'm not worried about that.
So I understand you have a story, a bank story. Is it a good one?
It's actually a very good one, Frank.
Good, because I collect them. I've played about 5 or 6 of them tonight, and they've been very instrumental, in helping us to build our hopes, to build our enthusiasm, to build our strength, to get into the banks and just open an account. So what happened to you? And first of all, what state?
Actually, Arizona.
Arizona. I haven't heard one of those.
Yes.
Okay, an Arizona bank story. What bank?
Chase.
Chase, go for it.
Okay, so I went to the Chase Bank. I don't have a Chase Bank account. I have a BFA bank account. So, per your instructions, I went to Chase last week, Wednesday, and I opened up an account.
Okay.
Okay, so after I opened up an account, I asked the banker if I could set up an appointment for the next day to talk to the
I'm sorry, to talk to who?
Morgan,
To-
JP Morgan person on site.
What? They also had a JP Morgan guy on site?
They on site, yes, they did.
In Arizona. They're everywhere. I didn't even know they had that many. Go ahead.
So I went in the next day, made my appointment. I didn't beat around the bush. I just got straight to the point.
Good for you.
I said, look, I'm here to talk about the wealth transfer that is coming. She had a bewildered look on her face. And I says, I'm just going to tell you. And I have the Vietnamese dong. And I'm looking to exchange this here in the very near future.
Did you say dinar?
So at that point,
Did you say dinar to her?
I'm sorry.
Did you say dinar, that you had dinars? I heard you say you have dong, but did you tell her you have
No.
dinars?
I have dinar as well, I told her.
Oh, Roger, continue. And then what happened?
Okay, so she said, I'll be right back with you. So she left me sitting there literally for like 10 minutes. all
That's
by
what
myself.
I hear that a lot. Yeah, okay, go ahead. And then what?
So she went and grabbed the actual branch manager of the bank there.
Yes.
So he comes in and introduces himself. I introduce myself, and he goes, I understand that you have the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. I says, yes, I do.
I lost you. I lost you. Are you there? Hold on. You there?
Can you hear me?
Okay,
Can you hear me,
you said, I understand you have the Iraqi dinar. And you said?
I said, yes, I do. I have the Vietnamese dong. And he asked me how much I had. I said, well, I won't tell you exactly, but it's a considerable amount.
Okay.
Okay. He says, okay. So him and the JP Morgan girl were talking back and forth as I was sitting there. And right away he says, well, it's not on the OFAC list.
Of course not. No, it's not.
And I says, yes, you're correct. I do know that. So he had the JP Morgan girl call a bunch of different extensions. It was actually insane.
Really?
I was literally sitting there for a half hour while the JP Morgan girl was calling different extensions here and there per his instruction.
Yes.
And she actually looked at me and then looked at him and said, so we can't. They were talking amongst each other while I'm sitting there, okay?
Yeah.
And she's telling him, well, with her telling me on this extension, and based on these documents, these lists, whatever they were talking about.
Right. I know what they're talking about.
Okay, she says, it looks like we can exchange it. And you can exchange this. And she looks at him, me, and says, yes, now for you. And so the bank manager actually looks at me and says, could you hold on a second while we get you a rate right now?
What? Get you a rate right now? No,
Yes.
You see, they're excited because they just got the memo. They're understanding what's going on. And then they get you, the first one to come to them, and they're like, whoa, we got one. Okay, this guy can bring a lot of money to our bank.
Well, I was actually shocked. I actually asked him, so you can actually give me a rate right now at what it's going for? He actually said, yes,
Sure.
I can.
Sure, yeah. But you don't want it.
Would you please? And he asked me right away, well, once you get this money, what are you going to be doing with it?
None of your business. He wants you to invest it with JP and deposit it. So would you tell him when he asked you the question?
I'm sorry, say that again, Frank?
What did you tell him when you asked him, what are you going to do when you get all this money?
I didn't tell him. I just looked at him and smiled politely.
You should have gone.
That's all I did. But he actually said, what shocked me was he actually said, yes, we can do that for you
Now?
today. And I just have to get you a rate if you can hold on.
Okay.
So I said, okay.
Okay.
Then he left. I'm sitting there again by myself for maybe another 10 minutes, maybe. He comes back with the JP Morgan girl, and they're talking amongst each other. And I guess they let the cat out of the bag too soon. is what it sounded like, because right away they changed their story. They switched gears immediately and said, "Oh well, no, actually we don't exchange Iraqi dinar."
No. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they changed. I said, "Well, you just got done telling me. I don't know who you were talking to at the other line with all the extensions you were going through. They told you that yeah, we can exchange it, and it's not a problem. We just have to get you ready."
Okay, we lost
deal with
you.
the Iraqi dinar, and you don't change it.
Are you
So
there?
I didn't know what was going on. Can you hear me, Frank?
Yes. So you confronted them. Look here. What's this double talk all about? And in my opinion, brother, what happened is they told them, "Yeah, we're going to exchange it." Okay. Yes, we can exchange it. No, don't tell them that now. No, I'm sorry, we can't exchange it now. Next question.
That's exactly what it sounded like. So at that point, I think they let the cat out of the in a rush to get me out of there.
You're breaking up. You let the cat out of the bag. Is that what you said?
No, they let the cat out
Oh
of the
yeah,
bag.
they.
Is what I'm thinking. So they proceeded to rush me along just to get me out of there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but that's just what it felt like. As were before, they were taking their time with me. Now they're
And
rushing
then
to get
all
me
of
out
a
of there.
sudden, as soon as they got, the rest of the information, get him out of here. Get him out of here, because if he asks any more questions, that's going to put us in a bad position. Get him out of here. But they said, here's our card. And they said, we'll be looking forward to doing business with you in the future. Is that about right?
That is exactly right.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because that's exactly what they're all doing right now. My brother, I'm so proud of you to take the time to be with us tonight and share with us and validate that everything that we've been sharing on our forum and in our studies, it's for real. It's for real. Now,
It is for real.
and I also want to say, you ready? This is for you. You ready? Witness.
It does. It does bear witness.
No.
And just as everybody else was talking, before I had to count, I did go in and ask, and they brushed me off immediately. Face account. Oh, they were more willing to talk, just like the other members that have called in and said the same thing.
Yeah. It bears witness. Now, are you by any chance listening to our program right now?
I had to do some other stuff.
Okay.
So
The only
right
reason
now,
I say the only reason I say that, sir, is because I'm about to bear witness. It'll be very powerful what we're about to do. And I thank you, and I hope that you have the chance to come back and listen to what we're about to release. God bless you, my dear brother, and I appreciate any other follow-up stories, okay?
Definitely. God bless you and team. Thank you for everything that you're doing, Frank. And I look forward to listening to the last you do be there.
Thank you. So, hey, Tink, he said to give me 2 cookies.
We'll see.
Okay.
No, I said 10 cookies.
10. Okay. Hey, it's a bro thing. It's a bro thing. Thank you, brother. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye-bye, Frank.
Woo-wee. Yeah, now we can keep on going, because I've got, look at here. You see this stack? I think there's about 15 different stories, all bank stories in here that that I have also in my phone. But I think we've made the point. And what I want to do now, family, is I want to take you to another chapter of our study. And when I say that, in the sense of chapter, yeah, this is going to be a big part of our study. I honestly believe that our days are coming to an end. I say that a lot because I mean it a lot. Right now, 2.2 that we have, and it's because there are some solar flares occurring. There are millions and millions and millions of illegal aliens in our country that may be messing around. Whatever the case is, I hope that this information will eventually get released. Oh, and by the way, Holly, I know you keep calling me. I know you want me to come on your show. But Holly, I have bad news for you. I'm sorry. My teams told me, don't you dare go on another program. And I said, yes, sir. Holly, please forgive me. But I did talk about you. I did say that you're a good person and always giving us credit. So 1 point for Holly. Okay? Okay. But please forgive me that I cannot come on your show. And besides, I may not have time to do it. Alrighty, now the next thing that we're going to do is walk into, like I told you, what I consider to be another big chapter in our lives. Golly, really? I mean, yeah, it's everywhere, but I mean, did you ever hear the word loyalty? I mean, alrighty. Anyway, so for what it's worth, here we go. I want you to turn with me. You do belong to KTFalways.com. I want you to turn with me. Go to KTFalways.com. Go there right now. And I want you to turn to the final article thread. I want you to go to the final article thread. And I'm going to meet you on the last page. And I'm going to be patient about this because this is going to be very, very important, very historical, very, very necessary to be explained because it's been out there for a couple of days and it's gone right by everybody, right under their noses, right in one ear and out the other, probably when they read it, because they don't know what they're reading. If we give honor and glory to God, and I give honor and glory to my teams for what we're about to share with you. Has everybody turned to final articles at ktfalways.com? Good. And we are in final article number 3,878, correct? Good. Now, the reason I start with that is because, family, you cannot be calling me right now. Stop the calls. God, please forgive me. Give me the strength that I need. Come into Ladies and gentlemen, final article number 3,878 is saying, and by the way, we talked about this article on Monday, and I always pick up with the articles with the last article that we talked about, right? Okay, I overlap them on purpose, so we know where we pick up from. Here we go. Al-Muslimawi. I finally learned how to say it. Al-Muslimlawi says there's a policy. There's a policy of rate and control it in the Iraqi market. Gentlemen, the CBI can control the dollar exchange rate, but it can control the Iraqi dinar exchange rate, which affects the American dollar exchange rate. Remember, US dollar, Iraqi dinar, if this goes down, this goes up. That is what is happening. That was my point when I showed you the graph yesterday. Whether it was perfection or whether it was a disaster, my point is that, in my opinion, an internal floating right now, a mirror image about what is about to happen to add value to the currency in an international world, on the public side, not the private side, where no one can see what we maybe can see. So this article says that Al-Muslimawi says there is a policy to reduce the dollar exchange rate and to control the Iraqi markets. And what do I say up on top? What's the blue title? Yeah, I call it the monetary reform. Go to the next article with me. Oh, and by the way, you can see what he says in there. Oh, man, this is just fantastic. Look at those words. Look what he's saying. Okay. Next. Final article number 3,879. By the way, I know we're at 2.2. You know that Monday we had 3,000, almost 3,500 people watching us? What, honey?
My page just disappeared. Look.
What
my
disappeared?
video.
What disappeared?
The whole thing. I'm watching you and it just went away.
My wife, the whole thing on her screen, everything just disappeared. Whatever it is that's going on with the internet, I don't know. Let us pray. But anyways, now I lost my train of thought, and what was I saying to
So
you?
many people that were on Monday.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you, sweetheart. Family, we had like about 3,500 people. That was amazing. Within 24 hours, I think we had, I don't know, 25,000 views. That's amazing. It's headed towards 30,000 views, I think, now. That is amazing, and I'm honored that you come and listen to us. And right now, we only had 2.1, and I think it has to do because of the, the conditions, the weather conditions, or the conditions, the political conditions, or or the political conditions that have destroyed our country. But whatever the case is, what I want to say is, what I'm about to share, I'd like for you to get it right. What I'm about to share, I'd like for you to get it to everyone. Get it to everyone. Right now we're at 2.1. If you can call your friends, call as many as you can so they can hear this. And I know that our UB2B has been on and off, on and off, on and off. You can go back and listen to it again, and I think you'll have a better picture. It'll be not as chopped up. So number 3,879 says that a government advisor to Al Ghazal Press says that the dollar prices in the markets will gradually decline. Well, what did the other article say? The other article is basically saying what this article is saying, and this article validates the other article that we just read. What do I say up on top? And what is the results of that? What is the results of this controlling of the dollar? Okay, the answer is a new exchange rate to add value to the national currency of Iraq. It's simple. It's not complicated. You don't have to make it complicated. This is very simple. And what does it say? Well, he goes out of his way and he says, hey, well, look here, I want to point out this Mohammed Saleh, and by the way, that's the finance minister who has the authority to talk like this. He pointed out that the current monetary reform and trade policy will provide a gradual reduction between the official and the parallel rates. Mission accomplished. That's what we want to do. That's what that chart I showed you yesterday is showing you. Okay. One down, one up. Okay. Reaching an RI. What's the RI? 322. Oh, okay. Getting there. 292 today. Okay. The current monetary and trade policy reforms will provide a gradual reduction between the official and parallel rate, especially after the banking system adapted to the rules of international trade. What for? Your program rate, you got toilet paper right now, we're not, right? Okay. Especially since we adapted to the international trade and the principles of financing foreign trade, all of which began to serve the interests of the stability of the national currency. What was it that we needed for the national currency to come out and the new exchange rate? What did we need? Tell me right now, what did we need? What did we need? What did I call it? I showed you an example of some kind of a floor. I told you that this place was causing trouble. What was the reason that we don't have the new exchange rate and the new currency 20 years later? Why? Service unavailable? No. Oh, hey, Shang.
Yeah, the forum's down.
Stephen, our form is down?
Yeah, it's been doing that all day.
Everything is down. Stephanie, thank you, sweetie. Clean what? Robin says Iran. Yeah, clean Iran. Yeah. And we got Carpacola.
Caro Capacola.
That's what I said. Caro cookie. Caro cookie cola.
No.
Caro wants a cookie and a cola. And he says, stability in Iran. Doggone it, that's so true. Isn't that amazing? Geothermal, I like that. He says the rate. Well, we needed the floor of the CBI. We needed the floor of the CBI to be clean. No more auctions. No more parliamentary officials coming in and telling them to do this or that. No more lies from the far left. The floor is so spotless and clean that we do have, let me see, finance and foreign, all of which began to serve the interests of the stability of the national economy and the national currency and the national exchange rate. Powerful article, very powerful article. He even talks about Baghdad Stock Exchange and what's going on with it. The next article, family, final article number 3,880. Official. What? What's official? What's official? The issue of Iraq's ascension to the World Trade Organization is coming soon. Oh, just shut up. Family, what's it waiting for? How many times have we seen this article? How many times do we see these same articles? Oh, we are about to join. Oh, we have qualified all the conditions. We're joining the WTO. WTO welcomes into this one. The issues of Iraq's ascension to the WTO is coming soon. Waiting for. What? Let me see. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie, you on the ball tonight. Okay, Stephanie. Yeah, the rate. Geothermal again. Yeah, the rate. Yeah. This is ridiculous. And what do I say up on top? What's the blue title for this? It's coming, but it waits for the new exchange rate. Stupid. That's right, Ray Crocs. It waits for the rate. Tommy Torres says it waits for President Biden to be removed. No. The man is so mentally unbalanced that we need to pray for him. That's all there is to it. I mean, you got to have pity on someone like that. Yes, they did evil things, but he's still a human being to be prayed for. This is what I have learned in my last 4 years. Corruption. Thank you, Laura. It had to be gone. Thank you, Annie B. I think I do need some water, don't I? But the corruption had to be gone from the CBI. Stop stealing our currency. Stop messing with our exchange rate, especially in the markets. Family, all of these things we needed. Stability. We needed, we needed to remove the corruption and bring stability to the exchange rate and the currency and the monetary reform. Sincerely, answer me truthfully. Don't you think that we have it now? Based on what we're seeing? When was the last time you heard of somebody dying in Iraq? Wars. Only when those knuckleheads send rockets. Oh, there they are again. You see? Got to get rid of them. They're the only ones that cause trouble for the monetary reform. Thank you, Eric Sims. Thank you, Rebecca. All of you. God bless you. Anyways, family, the next article. Oh, by the way, look at what it says in this one about the WTO. It's really good. Now, the next article, family, here, let me show you a picture. This is the next article that is coming up. You see that right there? You see that, man? And it's entitled Dinar and Dollar, okay? Now, here's what I want you to do. Go past it. Go past it with me right now. Go past it. Ready? Let's go past it and go to final article number 3,882. When we are done with the next, I think we have 3 more articles to look at. And when we're done with them, we're going to go back to final article number 3,881. But not right now. So we continue then. Final article number 3,882, details of Al-Sudani's decisions with the International Finance Corporation delegation. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title? Economic reform success only because the monetary reform exploded with its own success. So you have Al-Sudani that's discussing with the International Finance Corporation. Get it? International out there. That's important. Go and float. Yeah. Platforms, okay, PS, you know all that, okay. He had a discussion with the International Finance Corporation delegation. What'd you guys talk about? Well, I explained at this meeting, Frank, that the meeting witnessed a review of the areas and prospects of cooperation between Iraq and the institution. Do you think the institution wants anything to do with you? You have a program rate. They know we don't, Frank. Oh, well, then continue. What else happened? Well, then all of this, which is one of the institutions of the World Bank. Yeah, I know. I know they're associated with the World Bank. Stressing that the government is continuing with economic reforms and measures to improve the investment opportunity, as well as implementing projects that contribute to the increasing of the gross domestic product and supporting nonprofit sectors, oils, and empowering the private sector. Basically, sad. Oh. Yeah, he is. Yes, he is, Lonnie. Basically, they're just saying that we are telling the international world, you can come in with no problem. We can do business with no problem. And our monetary reform is such a success. That's why you are going to be successful now. The article is extremely informative. Final article number 3,883, Chalet. Oh, we want to hear from him, always. All right, brother, what's up? Finance minister, person, whatever you, advisor, whatever you're called. He says, Chalet confirms Iraq's monetary sovereignty. Oh, there it is. That's what we want. We want the monetary reform of Iraq to be sovereign, to be secure, safe. All right. And not only is it sovereign, but it also reduces the effects of the speculation of the parallel market. Yeah, I know. That's been the whole problem. There's no more speculation, Frank. There's only one rate. Walking Stick and I were talking about that today. He said, Frank, don't ever think that there's a two rates. There will never be a dual rate in the country. And that's the problem. What do you mean that's the problem? That's what they've had all this time. Yeah, that's right. They got the CB high rate and the. So maybe we can come out with the new exchange rate and the new lower notes? They are. Okay. The effects of the exchange market no longer represent the real price operation of the basic market forces. Unbelievable to say that. No more. Chalet noted that this confirms the monetary sovereignty of our country through the stability of the national currency and dealing in it alone without the participation of foreign currencies in an internal economic operations. In other words, we kicked the dollar out, we kicked every foreign currency out, we only got our currency, and we're about to make it the most powerful currency in the world. Sovereign. Because there's no sovereignty in a program rate. None. Next article that we put right next to it, Sudani advisors give the details of Iraq's financial situation and address the exchange rate. Good God Almighty. What do I say? Family, all they talk about in Iraq is the new exchange rate. That's it. It's big. The Sudanese advisors details Iraq's financial situation and addresses the exchange rate. Well, golly, said Gomer Pyle. What about the exchange rate? Read the article. Final article number 3,884, economists. Now, these are the economists that are the ones that are being sent by Sudani to the right people. Economists, implementing the automation system is a devastating blow to money smugglers. Powerful. These articles are so powerful. Look at what it says. This is what we needed in order to bring the new exchange rate. This is what we needed to read, to say in print. Implementing the automated system is a devastating blow to the money smugglers. Sorry, sucker, you ain't got no more ability. We got the POS, we got the automatic payment system, we got the electronic payment system as well. We got international laws, we got connections with outside. No, you can't do any more smuggling of our money out of our borders. You try it. Try it. You already saw what happened to everybody that tried it. They've all been busted, right? You know our justice here in the Middle East. We take you out into the woodshed, sucker. You're lucky if they find you. Final article number 3,885, revealing the reason for the delay in the arrival of amendments to the budget scheduled to Parliament. Let's read it again. And give me the answer. Well, you see the answer. Well, no. I say, what do I say in blue? What do I say in blue? There's only one reason. Now you post me. Ready? You ready? I'll read it again. Tell me, what is it? Revealing who? Well, the chairman of the Parliamentary Planning Committee and so forth. Really, I can't believe you guys are actually talking. What's up? We want to reveal the reason for the delay in the arrival of the amendments to the budget schedule to Parliament. You want to tell us why the budget 23, 24, 25 were shut down and have not been brought back out? Is that what you want to tell us why? Yeah. And the answer is, I'm looking to see if there's anybody that's willing to play, talk with me or walk with me or anything. It appears to be, nope, that ain't it. Oh, Matthew! I got one person listening to me. What? Freakzilla? Is that the guy's name, really? Freakzilla? No, well, I guess Claire just got you. Anyways, yeah, Matthew Kowinski. Yeah, Matthew. It is the new read, revealing the reason for the delay in the reason why we don't have the budget is because it's waiting for the new exchange rate. Thank you very much. Fascinating stories. When you read it, it's funny. Here, real quick. The delay is sending amendments to the 2024 budget schedule in Parliament is due to several reasons, including the ministers not completing their plan regarding the lagging projects, as the government is working to close the file, as well as the difference in prices and currency values. We're waiting for the new exchange rate to calculate all that. I know you are. Thank you very much. And that's it. Alrighty, fam. Now, let's go back to the article that I told you that we were going to tear apart, and that would be final article number 3,881. Final article number 3,881. Now, what I did, family, is I decided to make a copy of it. And I'm going to hold it up as I talk to you because I want to illustrate some things that you don't understand. Here we go. Oh, last page. Thank you. Mohammed Rashid, March the 1st, 2024. Most of the crisis that accompanied us led to the collapse of our national currency, the dinar. Yeah, it was a crisis for your currency to lose value. If it wasn't Saddam that was treating it stupid back in the 1980s and 90s, if it wasn't the fact that we had to put you in a program rate just to rebuild everything, yeah, most of the crisis that accompanied us led to the collapse of our national currency, the dinar. And the reasons were due to the wars that were forcibly imposed on Iraq. Yes, right. Wars are not good. No, 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 no. They're not good at all. Dictators love wars. Yeah. In the last 3.5 years, I can't count the number of wars that America's involved in. The 4 years before that, not a single war. Now that's what you need in order to have stability for your country, your GDP, your currency, your inflation. That's what you need. Wars don't bring that. Wars is for tyrants. Wars is for killers. Wars is for Satan. So right there, look at that. He's telling you. He's explaining to you that this is the reason why, and this is what we've told you. This is the reason why we've never been able to do anything with our monetary reform, our currency, our national currency to add value to it. These wars, this problem. But most of that crisis is what collapsed our currency. That's what did it. So he keeps on saying, he says, and the collapse of our national currency, the dinar, were due to the wars that were forcibly imposed on Iraq by some major powers. Your dictators, your stinking prime ministers, your political that's far left, I mean, way over to the other country that starts also with an I. Some major powers that were affecting us for many years, and the dollar was the final command that dominated the economy scene and contributed to destroying the value of the Iraqi dinar. You had no choice, brother. Your leadership destroyed it, and we had to take over. You're welcome. We applied the Marshall Plan, rebuild your structure. Look at you now. And look at the value of your currency in a place that. That's far, far away that no one can see. He goes on, continuing, he says, there it is again. There it just won't end. Ricardo, stop, please. This is driving me insane. I already explained it. I already apologized, and I re-explained it and gave credit to the ones that helped me. Let's just leave this stupid chart alone, please. I'm so tired. Powers many years, and the dollar was the final command that dominated the economy scene and contributed to destroying the value of the Iraqi dinar. You had no choice. In 1970, a piece of land with an area of 600 square meters in the most prestigious place in our city of agriculture was worth 5,000 dinars. And today, the same piece is worth 1 billion dinars and 500 million dinars. This is how playing with the faith of peoples was in order to weaken them and control them. And then I say, you see my blue writing? Yes, the Iraqi citizens were getting ripped off because they had a parallel, or excuse me, because they had two rates. You can't have a dual rate in the country. One was official with the CBI trying to run its government, and the other one was with the bad guys from the country that starts also with an I. And I wish that they would just run. He said this really weakened us, and it's human. And its oil resources were affected. Today, the economic world is witnessing a quantitative boom in awareness. I swear they find more ways to say the same thing over and over again, ain't it? Today, the economic world is witnessing a quantitative boom in awareness. Oh, here, let me change that, okay? Today, well, actually, it started a few months ago. Iraq and the whole world is witnessing a huge explosion, boom, in knowledge and education on monetary reform education. And very soon, okay, and very soon, it will overthrow the dollar. Well, if you overthrow, okay, let's do it again. You ready? Dollar, boom, boom. Oh, very soon it will overthrow the dollar, and and its name. What name? Your dog? No, its name. What name? The currency I'm talking about, Frank. The dollar? No. It's going to overthrow the dollar, and soon it will overthrow the dollar, and its name, Frank, will be changed in the coming period to the dinar. What the dickens does that mean? Well, here's the translation. So today, we're witnessing an explosion, a boom, the massive explosion of monetary reform education around the world. And very soon, it's going to overthrow the dollar inside of Iraq, and it's going to change that dollar into a different name called the dinar. To which I say here, and it will be called the notes. This is what we dream of, been dreaming of. These are the announcements. The education is still on, will always be on, but the education takes a back seat right now to an announcement. And after a while, after we announce our national currency, the dinar, after we announce that and get rid of the dollar, after a while, to the dollar, and in the end, it will completely lose its value. That's the goal. And its printing price will be equal to a number of cents. Do you understand that? I agree. I'll take 86 cents and we can take it from there, okay? This is amazing. In a televised interview with the Iraqi president engineer Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, he says, he uttered. Now, this is the part, family. I need your attention. How many we got? Still 2.2. That's a shame that we don't have the amount of people that we had last time, because what you're about to hear is devastating. It's powerful. So far, what we've read, is it not beautiful? Okay. In a televised interview with the Iraqi president, Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, and he's the prime minister as well, he said, he spoke some words. He said something. He uttered to the Iraqi citizens a very, my goodness, look at that. He uttered a very important phrase to the Iraqi citizens. When Eddie told me about that, he says, did you You watching this? I said, no. Did you hear what he just said? No. What? He said, he told us that it's very, he said, this is a very important phrase. And he said, keep the dinar. He told us to keep the dinar. Mr. Frank, we know what he's talking about. When we went to the banks, we know what they're talking about. We don't touch the dollar no more. I swear, we're keeping the dinar. But Mr. Frank, look what he said next. Eddie, I can't see it. Send it to me. All right, here it is, Mr. Frank. Boom, there it is. It says here, Eddie, he uttered a very important phrase, keep the dinar, and he said, today, through my humble vision, I bear witness. I bear witness? Is this right, Eddie? Are you sending me the right things? I mean, he even says he's going to utter a very important phrase. And yeah, Eddie, I mean, is this why you're trying to get... Mr. Frank, you know very well what that means. Yeah, I do. You don't know, family. Would you like for me to tell you? Explain? You see, when we saw that, we thought, oh my. Okay. Let me remove the dramatics, I'm sorry. But I'm dramatic about it because this is important. This is monumental. Look here. In the United States of America, we say things, a common phrase. What would be a common phrase that we say that only Americans would know? You know what I'm saying? Let's say you are going to go on stage and you're going to sing a song and you say to the person, hey, break a leg. Break a leg, huh? Okay. And somebody from Iraq would be sitting there watching. Why are you wishing bad luck? Why are you wishing break a leg? What's the matter with you? He's going to go sing. No break leg? Hey, it's cool. You don't understand. Here in America, when we say break a leg, that means good. Knock them out, man. Oh, what is stupid? Well, not for us. Historically, if you go back and you understand what that meant, when back on Broadway, no, you don't need to know. Just very simply, break a leg is good. Okay, Middle Easterner? Okay, Frank. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I need to tell you that if a Middle Easterner ever says to you, hey, look here, you want that car? You want to buy that car? You want it to be red? Hey, I bear witness, it will be red. Okay. I mean, you don't understand. In the Middle East, to say I bear witness is like swearing upon your mother's grave. It is a promise that cannot be broken. It is a gift that is given. I bear witness. And on top of that, he tells them, looky here, I'm giving you a very important phrase, okay? I'm trying to draw your attention. I'm about to say something here, okay? And then he says, now through my humble, oh, you better humble yourself if you're about to say this. So what do you want? Well, today, through my humble vision for you, Iraqi citizens, for my country, I bear witness. Every Iraqi. And he's like, what? Stop. What'd he say? He said, I bear witness. To what? Today, through my humble vision, I bear witness that the Iraqi dinar will return to its lawfully economic value. And what do I say? What do I say? I say, holy gaga, are you kidding me? So the man draws the attention by saying, I got a very, very important phrase to give you, okay? Now, keep in mind, I want you to keep the dinar only, all right? And through my humble vision of us as a nation, I swear to whatever, I bear witness to you. It is I, your prime minister. Haven't I brought you this far? I am bearing witness. It is an act that will happen. Because it has. And I can tell you this. What? That your currency, the one I told you, didn't I just tell you to hold on to it? That your currency, your dinar, will return to its lawfully economic value. What does lawfully mean? To its highest, to its pinnacle, to its apex, back to what it was, to its lawfully economic value. And ladies and gentlemen, a program rate is not a lawfully economic value, is it? And he says to them, and you know why? Why? Because we're away from wars. Yeah, that's true. Only the bottle cap, only the bottle cap people keep sending little rockets over, huh? The same people. Yeah, I know, but they're really under control now, aren't they? Yeah. What else, Sudani? It's because we're away from wars and we are away from violence. When was the last time you guys burned anything, tires, and protested in the green zone? I don't know. You see? And also, through a new era that imposes its culture will in the region and the world. You think that the will of the people, I don't care where they're from, Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, wherever, you think that the will of their people is to suffer? Dear God. Now, do you understand why I tried? And we lost 100 people on something that is so important. So important. I like where Nickel Hockey says, oh no, that's not the one. Oh yeah, David Felix says, Frank, could this be strictly for the Iraqi people only? Yeah. Yeah, they got it yesterday. You got it in an article late yesterday. It went right past you. But that's what we're here for, to educate and to help and guide you. You now know the importance of this phrase that he warned them about and gave it to them, and that's like, dude, yeah, I know I know what it represents. I know what it means. Thank you. Walking stick. Yeah, Frank. What do you think about this? What's going on with what we're seeing, on some of these charts? Well, Frank, it's everything that we've talked about, and that's what matters the most right now. Yeah, I agree, Frank. The Middle East is slow. Is slow to react, to do actions, to do articles. But we have the advantage, don't we, Frank? Well, I said with you and with Eddie, Supergirl. Yes, we do have the advantage. Frank, did you ask the family the question I asked you? Why is it that the Iraqi dinar is the only currency that's going up in value on this planet Earth? And ladies and gentlemen, the answer is it's for a reason. It's for a purpose. What is that reason? It is so top secret, I can't share that with you. Some people exaggerate it and they get into this GCR stuff or whatever, but no, it's not that. But the Iraqi dinar is the only, I hope I have your attention because I'm about to say goodbye to you here. The Iraqi dinar is the only currency that is going up in value on this planet Earth for a reason, for a purpose. He said, I bear witness. He said, I bear witness, walking stick. Yeah. He better not F that up, Frank. Frank, that's like swearing on a loved one. Yeah, it's like swearing on your mother's grave. And Walking Stick said, it's like swearing on a Bible. In their case, it's like swearing on the Quran. Wow. Ooh. Hold on. No, thank you. I don't want to. Okay, it's like swearing on the Bible, or in their case, the Quran. And I said to him, just the fact that he says, you know, I bear witness, Walking Stick, this is gospel. This is going to happen. And I think very soon, because, dear God, he can't say this and gap it. No, he better not F this one up, Frank. He hasn't done anything bad. So, I say goodbye to you, family. And I look around me, and I got a lot of other stuff to share with you. But we'll talk. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a short. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a short before I meet you again next Monday. Hey, by the way, KC, member of KTFA, KC, I read every post. I read everything. And I got the biggest kick out of when you posted, you said, yeah, Chase, I went to Chase. Chase told me that they'll do my, that they'll do my dinar exchange through their drive-through window.
Get married at the same time.
And get married at the same time.
That's ridiculous.
Oh Lordy, that was so funny, brother. When I read that from you, that's funny. You see that? What you got? I got 25K. Go through the drive-through window. So I saw it at 292 today. I don't know what it actually closed at. No, I don't know what you saw it at. But that's what I give you in my opinion. Take it to God in prayer. And I think that they're trying to hit the RI because that's where we're at, the reinstatement. And what a better place to hit the RI in a place that you can't see it, 322, or maybe you can see it. Is this the goal, ladies and gentlemen? To have that number reach 322 and then float? If it reached 322, then it would be on par with something, wouldn't it? Is this the goal? Is this the reinstatement? And then to float? And then to cap it in order to control inflation? The inflation must be kept within a plus or minus of 2 to 3% to control the float and to manage the currency so that we don't have currency inflation or economic inflation. Conclusion. Walking Stick, any words? Any last words? Yeah. This is how it works. I believe that we have good homeostasis. I believe that we're in good position, good condition. I believe that this article is unbelievable. I believe that this is the ticket. I believe that this article is the ticket to what what many are seeking. I don't know. I know you want this to happen. And I pray for you because that's the only thing I can do, along with what I share with you that is in my opinion. I hope that these last I don't know, 15, 16 years we've been together, that I've helped in one way or another. I know you have a fire, a passion inside of you for this to end. So does Eddie. And I know it's hard to stop the hunger of a fire. I want to pray to dismiss us. And then I want to read to you Eddie's report. Bye-bye. Join me in prayer, family. Abba, Heavenly Father, I come to your throne room. I run to your throne room by the permission of the blood of Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, that allows me to be righteous, to be pure in front of you, sinless. That won't last long, Father, because I will sin again as soon as I finish talking to you, and I need that protection constantly. It's my human nature. I'm not proud of it, but I recognize it. And that is the first step in conquering it. Father, I thank you for tonight, because the things that you gave us, all these testimonies and these articles and whatnot, it leaves us in a very, very good position. And I pray that those that are with us, Heavenly Father, don't run, but walk. I pray that they don't look for more than what we've given, but study what we've given. And I pray that if I'm wrong, they can correct me. You can correct me. I have no problems. I have pride, but I don't have that much pride. I love you, Father. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Elvis Presley had a song like that, wasn't it? No, Nat King Cole. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah. I found out that you do pray, or excuse me, that you do sing. You sing over us, huh? That's so cool. Oh my goodness. I pray for my brothers and sisters that are with us. They have a fire. They have a passion. And they have a desire to move forward, God, with this investment. Would you trust us and grant it now? I lay this petition down at your altar, that you would consider what we ask of you. Till then, keep us strong, keep us steady. Help me not to abandon my post. Take care of our KTF staff, our friends, our admins, all those that help us, that they can carry and lift the flag up as high as possible, the flag that represents Christianity, that I wear on my chest today. All honor and glory to you, Father. Thank you for the food of this day. I will eventually eat. It's funny, God. It's funny. I mean, I did take a little bite. I took a bite. Yeah, it was good. But my focus is in helping people with these programs, and I give you all honor and credit and glory. Thank you, Papa. Thank you for sending your son, Jesus. I just can't fathom what Abraham went through with his son Isaac. I can't imagine what Job went through when he felt, well, he never left your side, did he? All I know, God, is that there is hope with you. And I pray that those that are listening right now would understand what that means and find that hope, because it feels so good. I sleep at nights because of you. I enjoy my food better because I pray to you. I love my walks because I walk with you. I love looking up into the sky because I know that one day I will meet you there. Until then, I pray with all my heart for everyone that is important to you, all your creatures. By the blood of Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, amen. 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 Thank you, family, for staying with me with our prayer. I teased you, of course, but it'll be worth it. I'm not going to give it all to you. I can't, as much as I'd like to. Let's see how much we can. Starting with yesterday. Yeah. So starting with yesterday, the television news says that there is a policy. Yeah, there's a policy by the CBI to reduce the dollar exchange rate and to control in the Iraqi markets. Mr. Frank, they've been doing that for a long time. I'm glad that they're talking to us about it, but don't you think it's time for them to go ahead and just give us the new exchange rate? Also, Mr. Frank, the officials They say that this is official, whatever that means. The officials, no, the official. They say that this is official, whatever that means. Iraq's ascension to the World Trade Organization is imminent. Okay. Also, Mr. Frank Chalet, the man that is on our files, we give him a list of people we tell him to pay attention to. Chalet's on the television talking about Iraq's financial situation. I know, so is Sudani. Yeah, he's talking to us about Iraq's financial situation, you know, the monetary reform. And he said that the exchange rate, Eddie, what? He said that the exchange rate, he said, he said the exchange rate? Yeah, of your currency. Yeah, family, that's all they talk about. And he said that the exchange rate of our currency, he said we have enough reserves now to back a stable exchange rate because the program rate is not stable. I know, Eddie. Keep telling me what else did he? Because you see, what he's telling me is far more than what the article said. Yeah, he said the rates, and he said we have enough reserves to back a stable exchange rate. And he talked about our growth in the agricultural field and more revenue and whatever. But look, okay, so he tells you have enough reserves, okay, to back up an exchange rate, right? A stable exchange rate. Golly, Eddie, that's the reinstatement of your currency, and that's going to be the float eventually as well, too. What else did he talk about? Well, he talked about agricultural fields and more on the subject about oil. He's telling us that we are capable of doing many other things besides oil. Our country is powerful and growing, and the world knows it. Also, Mr. Frank, television is showing Prime Minister Sudani. He's laying first foundation pillar for the new city. Now, you may not know about this, family. You may not know about this, but you will. Iraq monopoly. Anyway, so then I responded to him, and as you can see, I respond, he talks, I respond. We talk a lot. So we have, I'll read this all to you then. So yeah, organization, Chalet TV, okay. Oh, reserves. Yeah, that was wonderful what Chalet said. And Sudani. You should see what Alak said. You'll get that next week. So yesterday, Television Foundation. Okay. So then I say, have you noticed, Eddie, that the only topic in Iraq is about the exchange rate of the new currency that is coming to you? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that, Eddie? I hope you get to see our YouTube from last night, Monday. Because I explained what is happening right now. The Iraqi dinar is trading internationally, in my opinion, at around 290 and keeps on going up. Alrighty. Frank, Eddie doesn't understand the trading part that you told him to watch. Can you send him a breakdown? I said, of course I will. And by the way, Neil, Neil, once he sees what we're going to show him, he can also reference to it on whatever, and he'll see that the value is going up internationally. Thanks. Yes, he said he just saw it, and he said, wow, but that's all he could say. I think he's lost. I think he's lost right now, Frank. Yeah, there's too much coming at him at once. Today, so we start then the report then from today. Economic experts on television saying that Iraq has a lofty exchange rate. I told you. Eddie, but the article says that he says that it's going to return to a lofty return. No, Mr. Frank, he says that we have a lofty exchange rate to uncover. Really? Okay, the article kind of did say that. Yeah. What do you think, Eddie? Well, it's about time. Okay, Eddie, okay. Economy expert on television saying Iraq has a lofty exchange rate to uncover. And then the news is showing us J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan is helping us with digital currency. The CBI says that they have rearranged cash withdrawals for prepaid cards outside of Iraq. Yeah, they're going to need that, no doubt. But check that out. Look at that. That's what JP Morgan. He said, hey man, I ain't leaving. JP, I thought your bank was gonna go bankrupt. No. JP, why did you sell so much stock? Because we're making so much. Oh, okay. JP, when you gonna come back home to the United States? Probably never. Okay. Holy cow! Did I show it to you? I don't even know if I did. This is exciting because you have more ammunition to tell your. No, you don't. Don't say nothing to the banks. Just go open your account, get the card, go home, and wait. And rearranging prepaid cards. Okay. So then I say to him, Eddie, hey, do you understand the word lawfully? Eddie, do you know what that word means? Son, that word that they gave you today was accompanied by two other powerful words that were extremely motivating tonight on my YouTube, which is tonight. I will explain them because I believe it's very important. You see, the word lawfully means at its highest, at a pinnacle. And they are telling you that they have an exchange rate that they're about to give you that will be lawfully for your currency and for you. That means the lower notes. Do you understand that that's the opposite of a program rate? Now, I know you're well educated. I know you understand these words and numbers, and I'm doing my very best to lift your arms and take you into the promised land that they are describing to you almost every day. In fact, it is every day that they are describing it. So be strong, my brother. You and I soon will open a Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant in Iraq. What do you think? Maybe we can call it KFC, but how about we call it Kentucky Fried Camel instead? What do you think? Let me out. And then my context is, oh, he's going to love that. He's going to love that. I was going to say Kentucky Fried Cookies, but I don't know. Then I answer him just before we got on the air with you guys. My brother Eddie, there's one more thing that I want to tell you about the speech that Sudani made to you yesterday. I know he said to you that he has a very important phrase to give you. Please take note. He told you to keep the dinar, right? That's the important phrase, the dinar. Because they're going to give it a new value. But, Eddie, you have to also take note that he said to you, through my humble vision, I bear witness that the Iraqi dinar will return to its lawfully economic value away from wars and violence through a new era that imposes its cultural will in the region and the world. My dear friend Eddie, you and I, my dear friend Eddie, you and I know very well that in America we have many phrases that only Americans understand. In the Middle East, when you people say, I bear witness, it's like me saying, I swear upon my family. This is Sudani promising you that your currency is about to gain value, telling you that it's going to return back to what it was. Good grief, Eddie. Today, the Iraqi dinar stopped trading on our side at 292. I believe they're trying to reach the reinstatement value because this is the RI phase to reach 322 and then start the float internationally and control it by capping it to reduce inflation. All I can tell you, Eddie, is that, quote, I bear witness, unquote, is a solemn oath. I promise, Eddie, that promise cannot be broken, and you know it. It's impossible to go back on this promise. Bless you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I told you to pay attention only to these people, Sudani, Alak, and for a very good reason. Wink. Bless you, sweetheart. See if Mr. Brand. Then he came out and he said, "All right. So these are the things that we stop, and we'll let events catch up with our teams, so that we can talk to you with a little bit more confidence and security involved in it." Well, family, no doubt about it. This dinar or this dinar and dollar article. Holy cow! I wish you all well. I hope that you are able to. Oh, and by the way, I want to apologize again. Two apologies tonight. It turns out that I said, "What is a dirty float?" I went to go look it up, and I felt stupid because the float is a dirty float. That's what it basically is. You can call it a dirty float, but it's just watching the currency go up in value by comparing it to other currencies. So yeah, I'm sorry that I said I don't know what a dirty float is. Well, I do now. Tink,
Yes.
did you know that J.P. Morgan? No, actually not J.P. Morgan. Tink,
Yes.
yes. Did you know that Chase hired a new person?
Really?
Yes, they did.
Who?
I don't know. They hired, let me see if I can find it here. This was last month. But I found it interesting. Because the CBI is calling for help, experts in certain fields, you know what I mean? Yeah, what about it? Well, same thing here. What do you mean here? Watch this. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Hang in there with me, family. I have to find the right post number for it. Bank story? No. Another bank story? No. Bank story? No. Good grief, I got all these. Wow. Oh, aquí está. I got it. 330. Go back. I'm looking for 3. Yeah, I just found it interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that Chase won't mind me telling you this. It turns out that last month, Chase made a very good move, in my opinion. They said that they are proud to announce that the retired U.S. Army General Mark Milley will become a senior advisor to help Chase navigate through geopolitical issues and emerging international trends. Drawing on his deep experience at the highest level of the U.S. government and military, General Miley will provide guidance and insight across the firm, advising our board of directors and senior leaders as well as our clients. And the history of this man is impressive. A 44-year career with the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Yeah, I like what Chase is doing because they're bringing in someone that can help them, advise them on the economic situation of Iraq because they're part of the form of Iraq. Very good. Oh, remember when we talked closing? Remember? And no one, our government didn't tell anybody that last year 4 banks closed? Are you kidding me? That's impossible to even have one close. not going to advertise the destruction of our country at their hands. Well, I'm sorry. My teams want to warn you and advise you that New York Com Bank Corp, New York Com Bank Corp. The symbols on the stock is NYCD. They are at $1.76 right now. And just in the last 2.5 months, they have fallen 70%, down to $1.76. I don't think this bank is going to last much longer. The leadership in our country, for some reason, is destroying the backbone of our country, which is Christianity and the dollar. Maybe General Miley can protect our borders or something. I don't know.
They're saying he's a bad guy.
Huh?
They're saying he's a bad guy. He's a bad
Well, yeah, he's a bad guy. They're all bad guys. All military people are bad guys. But I understand what they're doing, bad or good. He has knowledge of the Middle East. Do you understand my point now? Good, thank you. Sometimes I talk too much, you know what I mean? Sometimes I share more than I should. Because no matter what I say, oh, well. Hey, listen, Louise C., thank you. Aubrey, Eric Sims, Benjamin Mon, Doris, Rebecca Hill, Galway Girl, Linda Tetrick, Pam Bassett, Paulette Laster, I think it says, Martha Brown, Sophia Lee, Robin B., Marty, DJ 1111, Club 20 members, Bob Hill, T. Ball, Duke, and Killiman did it again?
He did.
Another 24 club members. Guys, you should make sure you thank this man for, well, we don't know who we're giving him to. Or is he giving them to anybody?
Well, you gift them, and as soon as he pays for it, they pop up, and you can grab them if you catch them. So if they're quick, they'll catch them right after it does.
So our brother Killian the Irishman, he says, I gifted 20 club 26 subscriptions. Now what he does is he posts them. And then when he posts them,
No, he pays.
he pays.
And then
He
YouTube
posts.
puts it up there and says, here's 20. And if you
Well,
grab
who can use it?
you click on it. When you see it, you click on it. I don't know how it works. It just does.
I'm on the air. Is it important? Go. Yeah. Mnuchin put $1 billion into New York. They're going to save it? All right, thank God. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. No, I didn't. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. I get nervous when he calls. Yeah, you heard what I just said, okay? So apparently they're going to save the bank. Thank God. And I thank the people that, we were talking about our brother Killian, the Irishman. Thank you, my dear brother, for helping so many people. Oh, look, we have more over here. We have, let me see who, I don't want to, Audrey. Did I say Audrey? Yeah. T-Ball, thank you. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for your contributions. Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you.
You did.
I did. I gifted 5 memberships.
You did, and you see that people grab
You,
them.
you see, brother. You see, my Irish friend. You see what you did. It's contagious, isn't it? To be loving and caring for other people. Yes, indeed. AE, thank you for your financial contribution. By the way, a walking stick. Let me give you the report on him, and I'll go now. Walking stick. It turns out that they have finally cleared his lungs. He is now ready to be operated, but because of his physiology, he has to, you see the operation is going to be back here, okay? So he has to lay down like this, understand? But he can't. The injuries to his body does not allow him to sleep with his face down on the bed. He'll suffocate. So his Marines got together. It's so cool. I don't even know. Maybe, oh, I got rid of the page. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, that it's like a barber chair. So he'll be able to sit in this chair. It's like a big giant lazy boy barber chair. And it will keep him isolated. He can't move his neck right or left. That would be bad news. So they've got all this equipment, kind of like what you put around your neck on an airplane, you know, and then this special chair. When he needs to get up, he pushes a button, and the chair actually moves forward, lifts up, and tilts so that he can walk out of it. It's so cool. He's so happy about it and excited because he said, you know, I got a chance, Frank. I really have a chance. If I can survive the operation, then I got a chance with this apparatus that my Marines have got for me. I said, I'm excited for you, brother. You're going to be all right. Don't worry, okay? Unfortunately, they won't be able to remove the whole tumor, but they'll be able to remove enough of it that is causing the paralyzation in his body. So, and Tink, we have to send this money tomorrow.
Yep.
And he gets his immune therapy on Monday. And on Tuesday, early morning, if you can think about him and say a prayer to God that all will go well, that he won't have complications with his blood pressure, that he'll survive it, and he'll come out of it, and he'll recover. They operated on his kidney, took that tumor out, and now they're operating at the base of his neck because there's a bad tumor there as well, too. I guess now I think I'm a fit. Oh, what do you got here? Oh, yes, prayers for Pamela. Thank you, Jan. I told our prayer warriors. We have a beautiful sister by the name of Pamela that's having surgery on Friday. Pamela, we definitely pray for you, that the blood of Jesus would cover you and the surgeons and doctors and technicians, that cover the whole room, that you would walk out of there completely whole, just the way God made you. God bless you, Pamela. Well, family, I leave you by saying that Jesus is life. Jesus is life. Do you agree? Jesus is life. So, I say to you, get a life. We'll see if we have the need for a short. I think we might. I think we might. And if not, I'll see you on Monday. Also, I'm having trouble with YouTube. We need to change our YouTube channel. We can't seem to communicate with YouTube. We don't know what to do. Someone told us, actually, don't go to YouTube, go to Google. Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to Google and see if you can communicate, because YouTube uses Google. I said, well, it's an idea. Family, if any of you are, what are we called? Broadcast?
People on YouTube?
Yeah, what am I, a trender? No,
I don't know.
someone that has a YouTube channel.
YouTube channel is.
And if you know how to communicate with them, please help us. My phone number is 419-283-2552. And please don't tell me to go listen to the tutorials, because we did. And we take it, we do every step, and it takes us so far, and it says, enter your ID number. And we do. And it says, not recognizable.
When I hang up.
And then it hangs up. Are you serious?
There you go. Influence.
Okay. I think are they all gone now? Oh no, my word. I feel sincerely that we are, where we need to be. I feel good. I'm happy. And I told you that the day that that you see me dressed completely, totally in white, I'm trying to tell you something. Well, I'm not about to be so bold and brash right now as to tell you that I'm going to dress in white. But instead, What I am going to do instead is show you, in my opinion, just exactly how close we are to be in total white. I don't know if these are Mickey Mouse gloves or Michael Jackson. If it was one, it'd be Michael Jackson, huh? Yeah. And as we get closer and closer to remove as much of the white as possible, I'll eventually meet you back home again. For 33 years of our lives, it's been difficult the last 4 years not to see our friends, not to see the Aina, not to feel the trade wind kiss my face. It's been difficult. But I sincerely believe we're getting close. Y'all take care of each other. God bless you. I love you. I'll see you again either on a short or on Monday. Bye-bye. Oh, Tink. Can I have a cookie?
Yeah.
I can have a cookie. Can I have a cookie? Can I have, huh?
I'm gonna turn this.
Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, cookie. Wait. Let me take. Wait. So I don't mess up my gloves. Cookie. This was a big conference call.
I know.
There were some big statements that were made by these big guys over there. Maybe I should have a big cookie, huh?
Oh, I thought I was gonna get a big cookie. Is that what you said? I get a big cookie.
You get a
Well,
big.
this
You
is
get a big kid.
The biggest cookie I can find.
For me?
Yep, for you.
Easy for me.
Not all at once.
No. They'll never figure that one out.